sports news here. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, an Odyssey sports station. Evan Roberts. Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 1019 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Oh, baby. Do we have a sports day today? The New York Yankees have a pitching matchup for the ages. DeGrom against Schlittler. The Mets are playing for their lives, which is basically a daily occurrence. And it is a big night at Madison Square Garden as the Knicks and Hawks play a pivotal Game 5 tied 2-2. We will get to all of it. We will prepare you for Game 5 Knicks-Hawks. But I was sitting back last night watching the Yankees kick ass and hold on and win 4-2. And I keep wondering, how good are they? Are they good? Are they Yankee good? And by Yankee good, I mean, when Aaron Boone has been here, they're essentially a 95-win team every year. You look at the last 2 years, they've won 94 games both seasons. But in 2025, they couldn't beat the Blue Jays, and so they get knocked out early. But in 2024, they've got the AL Central road, and they go to the World Series. Are they a typical, hey, 94 wins, write it down, Yankee team, we'll see about the playoff matchups? Or are they even better than that? Because last night, I'm watching Max Fried dominate again. I'm watching Ben Rice and Aaron Judge like they're the Bass Brothers.
Right.
And there's a part of you that thinks maybe they're even better than the normal Yankee good.
I think it's better only because the pitching feels dominant right now. Every one of these Max Fried starts is dominant. Every one of these Cam Schlittler starts is dominant. We'll see tonight against Jacob deGrom. It should be, an unbelievable pitcher's battle if you love that kind of baseball game. But Carlos Rodon isn't back yet. Garrett Cole isn't back yet. Ryan Weathers looks like he could be good if he ever gets run support, which he did his last outing, and they dominated again. So they have, in theory, 5 really good starting pitchers and a bullpen that's, it's not overwhelming, but David Bednar does his job. And so I feel like this team has better pitching than some of these other teams that we've seen with the Yankees where they win 95 games and get into the postseason. So if their pitching holds up, health-wise holds up, knock on wood, why can't they be the best team in baseball and win a World Series?
So, what are we talking? 102 wins? 105 wins? What are we talking about here?
Well, here's the thing. They're beating the teams they're supposed to.
Right.
And it's all right, you get up against a above 500, because we don't really know what any of these teams are yet, an above 500 squad, so you evaluate them based on their record, and they win the series.
Right.
Maybe they lose one game, like against Houston, but they win the series. It's same thing with Texas, who is, they're just under 500, but they could be a good team. They'll win the series. But the teams that are bad, they just wipe the floor with.
Right.
And so why can't they win 100-plus games?
Yeah, it's funny because you look at the last 2 years, and I would almost say they were similar years. I mean, both years they won 94 games.
Right.
The big difference between the 2 years to me wasn't the New York Yankees. It was who was around them. That really was the big difference.
Yeah,
because
the division got good. The Red Sox somehow were decent last year.
The Toronto Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays went to the World Series. No, you're right.
There was a team last year, and we didn't see it coming, and that's why you got to be careful on April 28th, who's going to be that challenger, who's going to be that team. If I would have asked that question on April 28th, and I probably did, many people wouldn't have said the Toronto Blue Jays, because at this time, a year ago, they were sitting under 500.
Right.
They were not good, kind of like where they are now. And the Blue Jays emerged, and to their credit, they turned into the Yankees' daddy. They beat them in the regular season. They beat them in the postseason. A year earlier, nobody was that team. It certainly wasn't Kansas City. It wasn't Cleveland. It wasn't anybody. Mm-hmm. And they got to the World Series and certainly came close, if certain things go a little bit differently, to winning a World Series. So I think a lot of this is going to hinge on the competition. But you hit on something that would lead me towards, wow, this team may be even better than your recent Yankee success. And it is the pitching. I mean, right now, Max Fried, pound for pound in the 29, or I should say 39 starts he's now made as a New York Yankee, has been as good as any free agent signing they've ever had.
Right.
That includes Sabathia. That includes Cole. That includes Mike Messina. He has been unbelievable. You've got Cam Schlittler, who we'll see tonight, continuing to emerge as this horse. And like you said, that doesn't even include the fact that Garrett Cole's walking through that door in the next 3 weeks, that Carlos Rodon is walking through that door in the next 3 weeks, and that doesn't even include the fact that Will Warren has pitched incredibly well. So their pitching makes you think that they can actually be better than what I like to call Yankee good. Yankee good is reliable. Yankee good is 94 wins. Yankee good is, we'll see who steps up in the American League. But are they kind of atypical? Are they 90s Yankees good? There's the difference. And even though it's April 28th and you try to kind of bide your time on figuring out what this team is, there are a lot of early signs that they may be better than your typical Yankee good.
I love this, Evan. Now, I'm not going to go back and compare the 90s. I mean, who would do that? Compare the team to the 98 Yankees. More on that later.
Well, hold on. I never said the word 98 Yankees.
Well, 90s Yankees.
I said 90s Yankees. Can they be 90s Yankees good versus typical Yankee good? 1998 is a very special year. And this is the second time now during this baseball season where you've uttered those words. All I'll say is tread lightly and be careful.
No, I'm going to tread lightly and be careful. I'm going to modernize my referendum here on the Yankees, and that's about the 2024 Yankees, because that was the best team the Yankees have had, or at least the team that went the furthest since 2009, right? So what about last year was different than the year before? And obviously we did a lot about Plan B and the idea that Juan Soto had gone, and they added Bellinger, who I think was a great bat for them and flexible. But this team now, and what separates it from the 2024 Yankees is simple. They may have found their solution, and this is not a troll job or anything, in terms of the thumping bat to finally really replace Juan Soto, and that's Ben Rice, right? Ben Rice has emerged,
right.
and Aaron Judge is a true Batman.
What did I ask you last night after Ben Rice's start?
Is he the MVP?
Right. And he might.
And he might be. And
Dude,
look,
he's off to an incredible start.
And if this continues, you get those two guys, and then Bellinger could become like the third guy, and then Stanton could be Mr. Clutch, whatever. Right. But when they entered that World Series with the Dodgers, or they tried to ride out that regular season, as much as there was no competition, it was Garrett Cole and what else? Cross your fingers, Carlos Rodon was pretty good. And this is what separates this team. They are now going to probably go through the summer. And again, everybody's got to stay healthy, but we're going to assume health at this point. With three aces twirling out of every 5 games, and then their Will Warren, Carlos Rodon solutions beyond that.
Right.
Man, that's when you start to dream of 100 wins. And then that's how you start to stack up and wonder, all right, let's say our bats get cold at times in a playoff series when we get there, the stuff we've complained about in the past. Well, if teams are scoring 2 runs instead of 5 runs on you in these games, that's how you're then in turn going to win and go on these runs in October as well. And I think the pitching has changed. Pitching in Ben Rice has changed everything.
It almost feels like the only thing to do is fix the margins a little bit. And that's in the bullpen.
Yeah.
Bullpen.
That's a big concern.
And I would say left side of the infield, 1 spot.
Yeah.
An upgrade. It doesn't have to be a massive one. But you can't try out Ryan McMahon, Volpe, Caballero. That combination cannot be the solution.
But I think, so the bullpen's the biggest issue. I think we'd all agree with that. You know, David Bednar's done a good job since he's gotten here. I don't know if you guys feel this way. I don't fully trust him.
Oh, no. I'm nervous every single outing.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
He always gets out of it, but every outing, it's like, dude, another guy on?
But that was John Wetland in 96, though, too.
No, and in fairness, like, we were spoiled by Mariano Rivera, so most closers are like that. Like, most elite closers
are like Bednar.
Yeah, you don't have that full level of trust in him. It isn't necessarily David Bednar. It's everybody else. I mean, do I trust Camilo Doval? Not really. Do I trust Timmy Hill?
Nice home run last night.
I know.
To a slight degree, do I trust Timmy Hill? Sure. I think that Brian Cashman will clearly add to this bullpen, and as we've talked about, there could be rotation arms moving to the bullpen to improve the pen. I disagree with you, though, about the left side of the infield, because if Ben Rice is truly this awesome, right, and Aaron Judge is Aaron Judge, and they're getting production out of Jazz Chisholm, who is starting to wake up offensively, and they get production out of the catching position, Austin Wells heats up, then I think they can live with shortstop and third base not being plus offensive positions.
As long as they're great defensively. Right?
Exactly,
right.
As long as they defend at a high level. I think the area you look at where you say, okay, this could be the downfall is the bullpen. That would concern me the most. It's the way I felt coming into the season. But I think there are so many ways that they can change that before we get to the postseason.
Well, I also think, and that's even overstating it, Evan, because Brent Hedrick has been pretty damn good.
Yeah, he finally gave him 5 days off. Which
right. Right. Instead of pitching him every damn day, Tim Hill historically has been pretty good.
Fernando Cruz, we trust.
Fernando Cruz has been pretty good. Camilo Doval has been pretty good.
I don't know if I agree with all that.
The problem is we're talking about like major upgrades of the bullpen, but their bullpen is probably better than most.
Well, and also, they may not need much of their bullpen if their starters go 8.
That's right.
One way to cure a mediocre bullpen is to have your starting pitchers eat up innings.
Yes.
And that's where I think the Yankees have a chance to be incredibly special. For the last half a decade, when the Yankees have been, quote-unquote, Yankee good, and they've won their 94 games, they do it with a very similar formula, and that's having the best offense in the American League.
Right.
Which, to a T, they have every single season, led by Aaron Judge. This year, it's going to be more of the same. Now with Ben Rice having an incredible start. But in conjunction with an offense that will likely lead the American League in runs like it does almost every year, they now have a starting pitching staff that, for my money, is the best in the American League.
It's hard not to be excited about the Yankees. Now, it's also hard not to be bored by the Yankees because you go watch a game, you get nothing out of the opposing team. It never feels like there's a threat. All you need is one of the three thumpers to hit a home run. That's Ben Rice, Judge, or Stanton in this case, but he's out right now. But you know what I mean. You hit a couple of home runs, they can score 3 runs and win.
Yeah.
And
that's not boring, though. You're a spoiled brat if you think that's boring.
It doesn't feel – the drama in watching a Yankee game is, all right, the starting pitcher's out. What's the bullpen going to do?
Yeah, but there was drama yesterday.
There was drama because 4 balls found Jazz Chisholm in the infield
That's right.
in the ninth inning.
David Bednar's in the game. He's going to throw ground ball pitches. It's going to hit somebody right in the glove, and do they screw it up?
Right.
That's the drama.
Or we have 5 minutes waiting on a challenge, which we had the ninth inning as well. You know, you mentioned it, and I was doing this all year with the Knicks where I'd break down their record when they outshoot their opponents from 3. Mm-hmm. I've got a new Yankee breakdown. Would you like to hear my Yankee breakdown?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's their record when they hit a home run? What's their record when they hit 2 home runs?
I mean, undefeated when they hit 2.
Well, close. They have now had 12 games in which they've hit 2 or more home runs, and their record is 11-1.
What was the loss?
That's a great question.
I think Judge had 2 homers and a loss.
Yeah, let me get you that answer. It's a great question. 2 home runs. They won that game. They lost. Okay, here we go. It was on April 16th against the Angels when Max Fried had his worst start of the year. They lost that game by a final score of 11-4, and they actually had 3 home runs in that game. So there you go.
Did Judge have 2? Do you know that?
I'd have to double check. I don't think he did, actually. I think you're wrong about that, but that's okay. Point is, hit some home runs, get some great pitching, and you're good.
All right. I was on a plane to Paris.
Yeah, you have an excuse.
So I missed that
The
one.
real question's going to be, and it's impossible to answer on April 28th, but I was thinking about it last night. In 2024, no one really stepped up in the American League.
Right.
The Yankees finished with the best record, and they did what they had to do. They went to the World Series. A year ago, the Toronto Blue Jays stepped up, beat the Yankees face-to-face in the postseason, or in the regular season, earned home field advantage, beat them in the postseason. Someone stepped up. As we sit here 1 month into this baseball season, who, if anybody, in the American League is going to step up? And the reason it's such a complicated question is that a year ago, there was no evidence it was going to be Toronto. They were sitting here at this time a couple of games under 500. Mm-hmm. And so they weren't the team you expected, but they stepped up. And they beat the Yankees head-to-head in the regular season. They earned home field advantage, and they slapped them in the face in the playoffs.
Yeah, but who is that now?
There's only one team early on that's giving you signs of it.
Are you talking Tampa?
I'm talking Tampa because they swept the Yankees.
Yeah.
They've already slapped them in the face.
And they've won 5 in a row. They're 2 games back.
They're hanging in there.
Game and a half back because they're only 1 in the loss column of the Yankees right now. So I'd say, yeah, but do you actually believe that?
No.
Exactly.
No.
So you could say that at the end of April, but I don't necessarily believe that come September that the Tampa Bay Rays are still going to be there. And then I go look at the West. The A's are leading the West.
Yeah. I think the Mariners are ultimately going to prevail there, but yes.
But look at the standings, at the end of April. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
And honestly, if you ask me now, just don't have the Angels make it. I can't have Mike Trout in a playoff series.
Right.
Yeah, you're scared of that. I have always been biased towards Tampa, and I think my bias has been I just don't think they're that good. Mm-hmm. And even when you look at their roster now, and that's a credit to Kevin Cash. We were talking yesterday about who are the best managers in baseball, and Kevin Cash has done a great job because they overachieve every single year. I look at the talent in Tampa, and despite what they did to the Yankees 2 weeks ago, and despite their history against the Yankees, they just don't do it for me.
Yeah,
they're not the team that would be that team. I still think, you guys mentioned Seattle. Absolutely.
Man,
I'd mention Toronto as a team that I would still give an opportunity to. I'd mention Baltimore. But right now, as a Yankee fan, you look at all those teams and say, bring it.
Yeah.
That's what you think. And the track record is very simple. We have made this clear every single year, and it has proven true every single year. If the Yankees finish with the best record in the American League, they go to the World Series. If they don't, they lose to the team they finished behind. It is a perfect science. It has been the case every year since Aaron Boone has gotten here. So when you ask the question, boy, the regular season gets boring, the evidence tells you no.
Yeah,
the evidence tells you need to win and you need to be the best.
I'm talking individual games. Obviously, yes, you need to win because we know the statistics. But you need to win games and do it in the boring fashion. Like the boring games, you need to win.
And they've been doing it.
And they've been doing that.
So here are the New York Yankees sitting with a 19-10 record, best record in the American League in first place. How good can they be? Is this typical Yankee good, or can this be special good? As far as the Mets are concerned, yesterday they didn't fire their manager. And that's the headline. That's where we are in the baseball season. They didn't play, so they didn't lose. But the entire day, Met fans spent waiting to get news that never came. And the only conclusion I can come to when it comes to Carlos Mendoza and his future is that David Stearns and Steve Cohen are going to stick with him no matter what.
I mean, they're 10.5 games back in the division. If they get 15, 17 games back in the division and by mid-May, how the hell is he keeping his job?
Well, but
because it's almost you're not buried technically, but you are.
Well, my counter to that would be this. If they didn't do it now, if they didn't do it with a 12-game losing streak, if they didn't do it with getting swept by Colorado,
you know
then
why?
What's the magic
number? You know
number,
why
T?
you don't do it now?
Go.
Because Juan Soto just came back. So part of that losing streak was based on not having your best player. Francisco Lindor just got hurt, and he's out for an indeterminate amount of time because he's not being reevaluated for another 3 weeks. So you can create the excuse, the circumstance that is causing the melees that's surrounding this team. And so it's not the manager's fault. It's the circumstances of some of these players' fault. That like you can explain it away right now. That's why you don't fire him yesterday. But if we go another 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and they're still sinking and hitting close to 20 games behind whoever's leading in this case, the National League, the NL
Braves.
East, the Braves, then how the hell do you let him keep his job?
I think what you say makes a lot of sense, but I don't think anything makes sense with the New York Mets right now. I could have sworn to you, I think you would have agreed, Lindor injury or not, that if they came back home after the disaster was their road trip and they got swept by the Colorado Rockies, even after winning 2 out of 3 against Minnesota, there was no way Mendy would keep his job, and he has.
Yeah.
So I am now under the impression that Carlos Mendoza is safe for the season, that Carlos Mendoza is getting the year. And we could come up with the whys. Is it because David Stearns would look bad for firing Mendoza? Maybe. Is it because they don't blame Carlos Mendoza? Maybe. Is it because he still has the trust of the locker room? Maybe. All I know is that if they didn't fire him yesterday, Teak, I have no reason to believe that any arbitrary date you come up with or failures that you come up with, I doubt that's going to be the moment.
I don't think it was part of their plan. And so when you don't have a plan, you can't just say, we're going to fire him for firing's sake. Like you need what do you do then? Who are you hiring? I know we have ideas of who they could hire, Carlos Beltran being one. What's the guy's name? Adam or Aaron? What's the dude in the front?
Andy Green?
Andy Green.
Yes.
He could be somebody.
Yes.
Like, if you fire him, what do you do?
Well,
they don't have a plan yet for what do you do.
The Red Sox promoted their AAA manager, and they're 2-0 since.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
That was a surprise.
Yeah, it was a surprise. We'll get to your calls. Yankee fans, how good can this team be? And did David Cohen, who I love, take how good the Yankees can be a little bit too far last night? We'll let you hear it coming up, 888-808-1019. And Sean and I both have separate miniature L's we need to take over the course of the first hour. And Knicks fans will get into what they need to do to take full command of this series tonight at Madison Square Garden. But Yankee fans, you hear that sound, you know what it means? It is time for the Yankee turning point of the game contest. First call to correctly identify it at 866-540-WFAN. You receive a $100 Wendy's gift card. It's from our friends at Wendy's. Eat great even late at Wendy's. It is from your flagship station for Yankee baseball, The Fan. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you are always guaranteed the lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by New York Presbyterian, world-class doctors from Columbia and Weill Cornell Medicine, and over 450 locations across New York City and Westchester. Expert health care is close to home. Book an appointment at nyp.org. It's also sponsored by Ray Katina, Mercedes-Benz of Edison.
If your business needs a van, step up to a Mercedes-Benz van from Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Cargo, crew, or passenger, customized for everything from deliveries to construction. Work smarter and stay organized with a van built for your trade at Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Visit RayCatinaEdison.com.
The Yankees take on the Rangers. 8:05 tonight.
Going, and go!
Susan Waldman and Dave Sims call all the action. The home of Yankees baseball is The Fan. 101.9 FM, 660 AM, and always available en Espanol with Ricky Ricardo on the Odyssey app.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible. But Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the New York community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JPMorgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Calling all hoops fans. Ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. From same-game parlays to live bets, you can call your shots during any play. Rooting for your favorite players? You'll find all sorts of markets for betting on any star's performance on any given night of the playoffs. Don't miss a single highlight or buzzer-beating shot by getting all your picks in with BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot? Download the app today. Make your bets and experience the thrill of the NBA playoffs like never before. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hey Yankees fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Saturday, May 2nd for the Yankees' annual Star Wars Day. Enjoy special appearances by some of your favorite Star Wars characters, and the first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a Max-free Mandalorian bobblehead. Get your tickets now for Saturday, May 2nd, Star Wars Day at Yankee Stadium. For tickets, visit yankees.com/tickets. And may the Force be with you.
Verizon Small Business Days are going on right now. This is the best time for small businesses to score great deals from Verizon Business and get one-on-one time with a business expert who will help with everything your business needs. These experts partner up with you to make sure you've got the best tech, devices, and plans so your business can get the W. Give Verizon Business a call to schedule a meeting with an expert during Small Business Days going on now through May 10th. Call 1-800-483-4428 or you can go to VerizonBusiness.com.
This is Sal Licata. You definitely don't want your AC system to fail this summer. So call my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's air conditioning experts. Have them check your cooling system now. I know Edison Heating and Cooling, they are the real deal. Go to EdisonHVAC.com.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way and order Dunkin's $6 meal. No substitutions, participations and times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Dell PCs with Intel inside are built for the moments you plan and the ones you don't. For the time you forgot your charger at the gate.
Passengers, we are now on our initial ascent.
Or when you're bouncing between projects like a ping pong ball. We build PCs with long-lasting battery life, so you're not scrambling for an outlet. And built-in intelligence, so you can stay focused on whatever you're doing. Dell Technologies, built for you. Dell.com/Dell PCs.
If you own a small business, the pressure never lets up. Something's always coming at you. That's why business owners turn to LendSeek for funding.
I don't need promises. I need options. LendSeek's AI platform showed me real funding choices. Now I can cover payroll, handle taxes, and go after growth opportunities without the daily stress.
Up to $5 million with funding in as fast as 24 hours. No upfront costs. No prepayment penalties. Start ready, stay ready. LendSeek.com. LendSeek.com.
HL Gross Jewelers of Garden City is Long Island's premier engagement and wedding ring destination. Visit HL Gross today or online at hlgross.com.
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org.
If you're looking for a great price on Falcon tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire, where you always get the guaranteed lowest price on Falcon tires. But it doesn't end there, because Town Fair Tire gives you free services for the life of your Falcon tires. More free services than any other tire dealer. That's why we say nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal, and I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Hello, New York, New Jersey. Bank of America, in partnership with Visa, invites you to a FIFA World Cup 26 watch party. Open an eligible Bank of America checking account in participating financial centers only for an opportunity to reserve 2 complimentary tickets while supplies last. Experience special musical guests, games, giveaways, food, and more, all at a legendary venue. Learn more at BofA.com/BofA Visa Watch Party. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 26. Bank of America N.A. member FDIC. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
Listen to MLB Insider Calls on WFAN all season long. Presented by Grainger. For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Texting and driving? Big risk, big consequences. You risk traffic tickets, fines, and if you crash and injure someone, you could even go to prison. Pay attention or pay the price. Brought to you by the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Is perfect steak possible? Discover how at chefiq.com. As we've been discussing, the good times roll on for the Yankees. They've won for the 6th time in 7 games thus far on the road trip as they, Texas 2, stepped on the Rangers 4-2. Ben Rice, Aaron Judge, and Jazz Chisholm each homered. Max Fried moves to 4-1 on the season, but not before a dicey 9th inning where the balls kept finding Jazz Chisholm, and Jazz Chisholm seemed to keep guessing as to where to throw them.
We got a couple of tiny L's to hand out. I can't even say they're full L's. They're tiny because we like to hold ourselves accountable for some of the things we say on the radio. We just don't say it and let it disappear. So, Tiki, I'll give you the choice. Would you like to hear the tiny L for me, Evan Roberts, or the tiny L for Sean Morash?
No, let's start for Sean Morash.
Let's start with Sean Morash. Let's go back to March 12th of this year when he made this comment about preferring Edwin Diaz over Max Fried. Edwin Diaz or Max Fried? Who would you rather have?
I'd rather have Edwin Diaz.
Really?
Yeah, because I already have Garrett Cole and Cam Schlittler. Not taking an L.
Why? A mini L, by the way. Mini. Tiny.
Not taking a mini L. I'll tell you why.
Why?
This is not a disgrace to Max Fried, but my point that is cut out of context there was they have Garrett Cole, Carlos Rodon, and Cam Schlittler. Our questions are about the back end of the bullpen. And yes, I understand Edwin Diaz is hurt for 3 months. But come October, Yankees could use an arm like Edwin Diaz, maybe more so than the extra starter.
A part of why...
Yeah, because you're going to, what, 3 in the postseason?
Yeah.
4?
A part of why whenever I'm given the choice between elite reliever and elite starter, I always tend to go with the starter. Isn't just they impact more innings every 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
It's the volatility. Like relievers.
What do you mean volatility?
The relievers in general are much more volatile than starting pitchers in terms of performance and injury.
When Edwin Diaz was elite with the Mets, it didn't feel volatile.
2 years ago, he lost his closer's job.
Yes.
The year before that, he missed the entire season. But, I mean, he's the definition of volatile.
But can't you be right?
That's injury related. It's hard.
But that's my point.
I agree with everything you're saying, and I agree they're volatile. My only point was I like having a more balanced team, and I was just dipping in the bucket of what they have a ton of.
I think in theory you're not necessarily wrong in a perfect world, but I just think relievers, and I've learned this my entire life. I think Mariano Rivera is the one exception. I think him and Trevor Hoffman in his prime are the only exceptions to this. They're just so volatile, whether it's health-related or performance-related. Even Mason Miller looks unhittable right now, finally gave up a run last night.
Right.
Would it surprise me if next year Mason Miller just has a bad year at closer?
Yeah,
No!
but does it surprise you that the San Diego Padres all of a sudden are right there with the Dodgers?
But that's not the point I'm making.
I know.
I'm talking about relievers being volatile year to year.
Of course they're volatile.
So then
but
you
it's
agree with me.
made a massive difference for the Padres this year.
Don't disagree. It doesn't make a massive difference. That's why I get Sean's point in theory. But whenever I'm given the choice, I just prefer the reliability. And Max Fried, to his credit, like he'll miss 2 or 3 starts a year, whether it's a blister, minor hamstring issue.
It's usually just the blister.
Usually it's just that. He's the definition of reliable.
Yeah.
So Sean doesn't want to take his little L. I clearly have to take my tiny L because I made a prediction back on March 24th. if there's an injury in the outfield or Trent Grisham is hitting 155, the first call isn't going to be to Dominguez. I think it's going to be to Spencer Jones.
Feels like it.
Yeah. Well, hold on. It feels like it. It sounds like that's a Tiki agreement.
Yeah, it was. Well, that's because spring training was unbelievable for Spencer Jones.
And we also thought about Dominguez's defense.
Yeah, I didn't have faith in Dominguez. I really didn't.
Well, I think what also helps Dominguez is that, and Sean said this yesterday, and we'll see if Aaron Boone follows through, is that he can DH every game.
Yeah.
Like, there's a chance for Jason Dominguez to play most days and not actually have to be a mess in left field or center field because they may not need him to play left field or center
What does this
field.
tell you about spring training? It means absolutely nothing.
Means nothing.
Because you're right. He felt like he was, like, not even have a shot. Whereas, I don't know. The spring training is, I'm going to stop paying attention to spring training. I really am. Because you draw conclusions based on what you see.
Yeah.
And it's never the case.
Yeah.
And there's always a long-term plan that we have no idea about.
But also, not everybody, both opponent and person, comes in the same shape in spring training. So, like, what you're playing up against, who knows?
Right.
The numbers are irrelevant.
There was a year, I forget which year, Kyle Higashioka was still on the Yankees, and he had like 7 spring training home runs. And I remember thinking, he will hit less home runs in the regular season than he did in that spring. And I think I turned out to be right, but I'd have to fact check. Let's get back to your calls. We'll guess the Yankee turning point coming up in about 15 minutes. 888-808-1019. Jim is in Eatontown. Good morning, Jim.
Hey, how you guys doing?
All's well.
Good.
Good. I'm having a little bit of an internal conflict right now, seeing Mendoza trot out there to manage the Mets tonight. I've never been a guy who likes someone fired midseason. I've been a David Stearns defender, and I agree he's not the problem. They have a lot of stuff going on. He's getting paid $1.5 million a year to not have the answers. If you came into the radio station tonight and say, I don't have the answers, I don't know what we're going to talk about today. Would you have a job tomorrow?
No.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Right. How could you be getting paid that amount of money to just, I mean, we all know he doesn't have the answers, but to candidly say it, like bring in a guy who's at least going to act like he's going to do something, change something. Anything.
What I think is really important, and I give Stearns this because I think he's done this a lot. David Stearns meets the media on a somewhat frequent basis. Now, he doesn't talk to us. He doesn't talk to the afternoon guys. He doesn't talk to any of us. So he's not going to go on a hard-hitting sports talk interview.
Right.
But he does sit in front of the reporters once a homestand. It would be very smart and important for David Stearns to meet the media again today and be asked those questions.
And
specifically.
To what? Tamp it down?
Well, it's his
because
choice.
It's becoming a noise.
And he's got to answer it.
Of course.
And I think one of the questions that he would be asked and should be asked is, your manager told you on Sunday he's got no answers.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that? And I think that David needs to address this. If David Stearns doesn't meet the media today, that's a horrible job by him. And he's frequently met the media, so I know his track record is good. Brian Cashman, the same. Like, both of the general managers in this town, I think, do a really good job, especially when their team is losing, of standing right there in front of the cameras.
Be a man.
Okay? The Knicks general manager doesn't do it. The Nets general manager certainly doesn't. But the baseball guys do, to their credit. It is very important for David Stearns to answer the questions of that last caller and even answer the questions of Met fans. And I'll give David advice, even though it's not going to make Frank the Tank feel better or Joe Beningo feel better or even me feel better. Die on the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Admit that you effed up.
Right.
Now, you're not going to go full admission because it's only 29 games, but you've got to say, look, guys, every move I've made has sucked. We've got a lot of time for that to change, but I have to own that I touch it, it turns to turds. In fact, you can use that quote. If he wants to.
Kind of like it's alliteration.
You like that?
You touch it turns to turd.
I didn't even do that on purpose. But I do think for the sake of the Met fan, and even for the sake of Mendoza, I think it's important for David Stearns to address the media later today.
Yeah, sitting at 9-19 and having only won 2 games out of the last 16, 15, whatever it is, that's just embarrassing bad.
Oh, I got one other piece of advice for David. Don't smile. Whatever you do, put a permanent resting bitch face on. And that's a good thing. This will be one of those examples where resting bitch face is the right thing to do.
You're a whiny bitch. It'll tell everybody that you're taking it seriously.
Yeah, because if you smirk and give us the I know more than you smirk, it's not going to go well. I'm just telling you right now.
Right.
Let's go to Chris in Freeport. Hey, Chris.
Chris,
Hello,
what's up,
Chris.
dude? Chris
All
is
right,
paying attention to something
Sorry,
else.
Sean was talking to me. What did you say, Sean?
Oh, we're still looking for a turning point winner.
Wow, no one's getting it. I see Sean rocking people saying you got it wrong. All right, so if you know the
How is this hard?
Hey, don't give it away.
I don't want to give it away.
Obviously, it's not givable awayable.
Clearly it's not givable.
Everybody has guessed the same thing so far. I haven't had a variant guess.
Everybody is guessing the same thing and getting it wrong. This is going to make our contest in 10 minutes fun.
Yeah, this is going to make me have to really think about it now.
866-540-WFAN. My wife also texted me at the exact same time. She's texted a picture of her holding a New York Jets bottle of wine in which she asks, can we use this for cooking, or is this a special kind of wine you want to save?
That is, wow.
Should I save it for our first playoff game?
No, just dump it in the stew.
What?
The Jets are a sewer.
Why can't I save that for something special?
Because is it good wine?
It says Jets Uncorked.
Okay, what kind of wine is it?
A Cabernet Sauvignon. Sauvignon.
What?
Sauvignon. Sauvignon. It's from Alexander Valley, Sonoma County.
Oh, okay.
That sounds good, right?
It does sound good.
Do you think I should save it for a special Jet occasion?
Well, does your wife want to cook with it?
I think she's asking me that.
So if she wants to cook with it, then cook with it.
So I shouldn't save it for a special Jet occasion?
There will not be an immediate special Jets occasion.
You're such a hater, dude. I mean, why can't I have a special occasion?
Celebrate the draft by cooking with the wine.
Okay. We're celebrating Cade Klubnik and his future by having a wonderful glass of wine tonight.
No, it's Club.
Klubnik.
Klubnik.
Yeah, I get it right eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
Let's go to, who am I at now? Richie in Queens. What's up, Rich?
Hey, Richie.
Hey, guys. With the Yankees, obviously the competition is horrendous. The Athletics are leading the division. Everybody's at 500. With the schedule now, they play National League teams, too. Could they win 95 to 100? Yeah. I think the bullpen is an issue. I think Bednar and Nabal have got to be really strong. I love Hill. So, yeah, I think they could be strong. And Ed, with the Mets, I got a lot of grief earlier in the year when I was screaming what the plan is. And I talked to Al overnight and all of these guys that are Met fans saying, give them patience. What has happened with this team is an abomination. Nobody saw the Senga and Minaya and obviously and Peterson, who are now really kind of bullpen guys. So that you didn't see coming, but the pieces that he's put into place, he's got to answer what's going on. And to be 10 games out, only 6 games out of the wild card, can they turn it around? I don't know what the pedigree with this team is, but it's an ugly situation. And Ev, I said to you last year, if you would have thought that Cohen, and he's the owner, would be in the position after 5 years that this team is in, there's no way you would have got incredible odds to be in the shape that they're in.
Well, I'd be very disappointed. I mean, I'll tell you that right now. And I think if you want me to fairly define the Cohen era, whether it's all his fault or not, the buck stops at the top. You're the owner. The Cohen era has been a disappointment. I mean, this is going to be, so we'll count 21. So this is his 6th season of owning the New York Mets.
Right.
And unless the Mets have some kind of great turnaround, they will have missed the playoffs in 4 of the 6 seasons, in a world in which making the playoffs shouldn't be that big of a deal. And this also may be the 2nd season in which he's selling guys off. So there's no question that this era has been disappointing. The number one thing I couldn't have predicted, and yes, I think most of us looked at this roster and said it's volatile. They could be really good. They may be a massive disappointment. But I did not expect the worst offense in Major League Baseball. I didn't expect 3.3 runs per game. That has been.
Are they literally there?
Yeah.
They're the worst offense in baseball.
Yeah.
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 You couldn't have predicted that. I mean, you knew it would be somewhat fits and starts because it's just a new group of guys who haven't played together, and Carlos Mendoza is still relatively young as a manager. He's got experience, obviously, and he's had some success going in LCS, but it just felt like eventually this team would figure it out. And eventually meant like a few weeks.
Yeah.
Not almost 2 months into the season.
Well, I want to play something for you, and it's funny because it's going to relate to both teams. I actually cut it because it was about the Yankees, but I think it very much can fit the Mets too. So it's one of those things that if you're a Met fan and you're a Yankee fan, I think this works for both teams. It came from David Cohn last night, which is ironic because David Cohn is a beloved Met and he's a beloved Yankee. So he's almost the perfect messenger. David Cohn is what we call the opposite of Devin Williams. David Cohn loved by Mets and Yankees fans. Devin Williams hated by Mets and Yankees fans. And so David last night was talking about the relentlessness of this team. And I want to make sure we play the right clip. So you could say it out loud. Which one is
edge?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want you to play the clip where David Cohn talks about the edge that this Yankee team has. Because everything he says about this Yankee team is what the Mets don't have. So I want both fan bases to listen carefully. This is David Cohn last night, courtesy of the Yes Network.
This team had an edge in spring training that I noticed when I went to Tampa to see them. Aaron Judge has an edge this year. They've been there. They've gotten close. It still burns. That's how you feed the fire.
Okay, here's what's amazing about that quote.
Yeah, and he mainly is talking about Giancarlo Stanton too.
He's talking about all the guys
because Giancarlo was the one that was imploring them, like, we're not taking these rings 2 years ago.
Right.
Where we have to approach every game like it means something. It's not just another one of 162. And so he's right. They do have an edge, but it's an intentional edge.
It's an intentional edge that you can only have. Get ready for this part, but it's true. It's an edge you can only have when you run it back. Because what edge does Bo Bichette have from last year?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
To the Dodgers on the Blue Jays? What edge does Jorge Polanco have? Losing to the Blue Jays as a member of the Mariners? What kind of edge does
Marcus Semien
have? He won his World Series a few years ago with the Texas Rangers. What kind of edge does Luis Robert Jr. have? What kind of edge does even a young player like Carson Bench have? They are so new. Freddie Peralta, I guess his edge is getting embarrassed by the Dodgers in the NLCS. When you bring a bunch of guys...
They all should have edges against them in the postseason.
But they don't have a common edge.
Yeah, true.
And the Yankees have a common edge. And what David Cohn was describing is that the New York Yankee players, and I'm sure fans feel the same way, they're thinking about the DS last year.
That's interesting because I wouldn't have thought of it and when you put it that way. Because they ran it back, because it's all the same people, mostly the same, a couple guys, but mostly the same guys, you can collectively have a conversation about it. You can collectively be still pissed off about it.
Sure.
Not, why are you guys so mad about losing to the Blue Jays last year? Like, if someone was new coming in, you wouldn't get it. You wouldn't understand
You'd have no idea.
But, yeah, that's interesting.
It's an advantage to running it back, but it's also, and this is where the Met angle is, it's the disadvantage to just a conglomeration of players.
So is that not then an excuse for the Mets?
No, it's not an excuse. It's a description on why.
But it is an excuse because they can't collectively see the importance of how poorly they're starting. It doesn't mean that much to them.
Well, no, I think it's more of a knock on when you build a team. You can't just be a geek about it, look at stats, and play fantasy baseball because this isn't fantasy baseball.
The Phillies have an edge.
Well, and I wanted to bring that up. So, to your point, and I won't even going to use the Phillies. You know who I was going to use?
They might just be tired.
I was going to use last year's Mets because last year's Mets should have had an edge. They lost in the NLCS to the Dodgers.
So, but why didn't they? Let's figure it out. Why didn't they?
Because not every team has it,
or they don't have the right leader.
Maybe
I'm
it's the players.
talking about manager, but I'm mostly talking about the locker room guy.
Yeah, it could be the guys in the room, which is a credit again to the Yankees that Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton are the perfect leaders to create that edge. Because you guys are right. Like, I'm not trying to tell you that any team that runs it back has the same edge. Obviously, that's not the case. There are more examples of not having it than having it.
I think it works specifically, just to go with this edge mantra that we're talking about with the Yankees. It works specifically with the Yankees because mediocrity is not an option. I say this when I talk to kids or whatever that are trying to perform, that if someone asks you a question, hey, what happened? I don't know is not an acceptable answer. Right? You have to know why you failed. And if you know why you failed, it makes it so much easier to figure out how to not fail. And so the Yankees, because they're collective and it's the same team going back, they know what happened.
Yeah.
And so it's easy to understand how not to let it happen again. And so, but you have to be intentional about it.
No
doubt.
doubt.
I feel like this Yankee team, and mostly it's Giancarlo, but it's also Aaron Judge and, hell, even Boone, right? It's just, they're intentional about why they failed, and it's unacceptable to them. But they also, every year, come with the expectation that they're going to win a World Series. And I don't think all teams have that.
This team had an edge in spring.
Oh, thank you.
I meant to break the glass. I hit.
Oh, we got breaking news?
Hold
boy.
on, stand by. I'm
Oh,
gonna redo
geez.
that.
Delayed breaking news.
What happened?
Aaron Boone did his usual morning with John Boy, and we got some breaking news out of it. They're making a couple roster moves, including Elmer Rodriguez is making his MLB debut tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Really?
So they're not waiting to May 5th to use that fifth starter?
No. So I don't know I don't have the background on if Will Warren is being skipped or just being pushed back a day, but Elmer Rodriguez tomorrow. And the Yankees also tonight are calling up Max Schumann to replace Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah.
So they're riding with one less pitcher today.
Max who?
Today, because they're down a pitcher when they put Heel on the IL and they called up Dominguez.
Right. And now
so
they
now
up
Elmer comes up for Giancarlo. So it evens itself out.
Yeah, Elmer tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's an injury we're not aware of, I'm looking at the schedule ahead. This could just simply being, let's give Warren an extra day, because this would have been Warren making his start on a fifth day. And so by pushing him back, and then there's an off day on Thursday, he makes the start on Friday against the Orioles. So it just may be, let's do it here.
Yeah.
And let's push everybody back specifically. Well, Warren an extra day is off to a very good start.
Yep.
So there you go. That's exciting because Elmer Rodriguez has pitched well. He's a good prospect.
Right.
And so that's kind of exciting. So he's starting tomorrow afternoon against the Texas Rangers. Is that what you said?
To a 1.27 ERA so far in spring in the minor leagues. 4 starts. Got in a trade from Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who he was traded for?
I forgot that.
Carlos Narvaez.
Yeah.
One of the oddest Yankee-Red Sox trades, because when the trade happened, I don't think anyone made a comment about it.
I don't think I remember talking about it.
Yankees and Red Sox oddly make trades with each other, so they make this trade. Narvaez goes to Boston and becomes a pretty good major league catcher. Like, pretty good. He's helpful. Has hit home runs against the Yankees. Yankees get back a guy who at the time you're like, I've never heard of him. He shoots up the prospect list.
Right.
Now he's one of their better prospects. And so that no-name Yankee-Red Sox trade actually has a chance to be an impactful Yankee-Red Sox trade.
I think prediction, they show him off tomorrow. He pitches well. He goes back down, and he headlines the Mason Miller trade at the deadline.
Mason Miller? They're competing for first place.
We're going to fall out of it, Padres. We're giving us Mason Miller.
Gotcha.
I don't know about that with the Padres.
I'm going to ask you
even though, I mean, he has 10 saves, and they have, a pitcher or two that are pitching well, so he's done a lot.
He's been amazing.
That Padre team ain't afraid to sell off pieces even contending.
They have new ownership coming. I'm going to ask you a question, and hopefully you'll give the right answer because it'll lead to the point I'm trying to make. If I asked you in the last 50 years, right, so we'll include a 50-year radius, the 2 most legendary baseball teams in the last 50 years in this town, how would you answer that question, Sean?
I would go the 86 Mets, 98 Yankees.
Correct. That was the answer I was looking for. Both of those teams, and you can call it a coincidence, you don't have to. Both of those teams came off bitter finishes to the previous season. In 1985, the Mets were in a pennant race till the final day of the year, and they were pissed, but they fell.
The Phillies have fired Rob Thompson, and Don Mattingly's their manager.
Oh, there you go.
Get out of here.
Yep.
Wow. Now, doesn't that feel like that was put in the works in the beginning of the postseason by the Phillies?
Yeah. Yeah, I think when you hire Don Mattingly on your staff, former manager,
well, it's also a surprise.
He's set up to replace Rob Thompson.
It's also a surprise that he became the manager, the bench coach, or whatever his position was with the Phillies, because he was with the Blue Jays.
Yes.
And all of a sudden he was not, and then he was with the Phillies.
Yeah, he smelt the blood and said, I'll go there.
Or they said, we're gonna fire Rob.
Right.
Come here. Just wait a little bit.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. Except the reversal of it. So now the Met fan is going to see the Phillies doing it with the exact same record and say, why are we doing it? But let it be a sign.
They don't have Donnie Baseball, though.
But let it be Don Mattingly was a terrible manager, by the way. And Philly fans are about to find that out. But I understand why they made the change. They made the change for the same reason we've talked about the Mets making the change, which is you got to try something. And in the case of Don Mattingly, while I never thought he was a good manager, he does have experience. He's managed postseason games before. Right. He's had some levels of success at the major league level managing.
He's been in the postseason. He can't be that bad.
Well, yeah, you can. Ned Yost won a World Series.
I'm joking.
Don't get me started on my manager rants, because I've had them. Good, bad, all over the place.
Yeah, Dave Roberts is just average.
That's what you say.
No,
that's
my
cousin.
You said.
What?
We had the list yesterday. You didn't want to put him in the top 5.
Yeah, well, top 5's tough to make.
Not when you've won back-to-back World Series.
But the Met fan, because I know the way they think. We've already taken a few calls today, or taken a few calls. I forget the grammar. On Met fans saying, how does Mendy still have a job? And we talked about it. How does he still have a job? They look down the turnpike and say, well, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me get this straight. Rob Thompson managed the Phillies to a World Series. That is on his resume. The Phillies didn't collapse last year. They lost to a better team in the postseason, the Dodgers. The Mets did collapse. The Mets and the Phillies have the same record this year. Why is that guy out of a job, and why does this guy still have a job? And it is a fair question, because when you compare what Rob Thompson's done in Philly and what Carlos Mendoza has done here, it ain't that close. And for all the people out there, and they love to say it, it's not Mendy's fault. It's not Mendy's fault.
How many years is this?
Is it Rob Thompson's fault?
How many years is this for Rob?
Well, he took over in the middle of the 22 season.
Right, because that was Girardi.
So 23, 24, 25, 3 full seasons, and then parts of 2 seasons for Rob Thompson.
So it's similar.
So I'll ask you again. Help me out. Try to unconfuse me, because the Met fan needs to know, and you are the voice of rational and reason around here. You're not a troll. You're not a hater.
Yep.
You call like it is. Why did the Phillies just fire Rob Thompson and the Mets haven't fired Carlos Mendoza?
The Mets don't have a then what plan.
Is Don Mattingly really that appealing of a then what plan?
He went there for a reason.
Yeah, he also did a hell of a job with the Marlins that year in the pandemic. Like, you're raining on Donnie baseball too much here.
No, and I want to be fair.
But at least it was a plan. I'm not saying it's a good one.
Sure.
It was. I don't think the Mets have and then what plan.
Well, I think the then and what plan was they changed Mendy's coaching staff, so clearly he was on the hot seat. They hired a very young bench coach in Kai Correa. They have a guy in the front office in Andy Green who's managed before.
Not effectively, but whatever.
But then that's on David Stearns for not having an and then what plan, because we all knew
didn't
Mendy
think he
was
needed one.
No, when you take away the entire coaching staff, come on. What are you, delusional?
How about we give a little credit also to Don Mattingly sitting on the bench of a team that was in the World Series last year going, I don't have a path here. Let me get to Philly. That place has been dumping.
That's right.
And I know it's about
and
to
I
happen.
can't go to the Mets, so
Well, they could have hired him. Imagine Don Mattingly managing the Mets right now.
I bet they reached out.
I don't know. I will make you this prediction. And I really have a stomachache making this prediction because A, I hate the Phillies, and B, I don't think Don Mattingly's a very good manager, and C, Yankee fans who love Don Mattingly can sometimes be obnoxious. The Phillies are about to go on a run. And so not only is it going to be annoying that the Phillies are going on a run, I'm going to have to hear from Yankee fans who are now basically Philly fans because they love Don Mattingly. And so it is going to become, if you thought this baseball season was bad now, Met fans, it's about to get worse. Because Donnie's Phillies, I can hear it now. I can hear Sean and Big Mac prancing into the newsroom. Oh, you see Donnie's Phillies. Donnie's got the Phillies.
They got a lot of games to make up. But.
Yeah, and all I know is we're now living in a world where Don Mattingly and Saquon Barkley are both starring in Philly. It's not great.
Unbelievable. We'll get to your calls coming up, but first, let's guess the Yankee turning point. Did we actually finally get a winner? Did someone guess it right?
Yes, we finally got a winner after 15 guesses.
That's because everybody loves Judge.
So what are you saying? It was the Ben Rice home run?
No.
Oh, then what? Okay. What are you saying?
The Jazz Chisholm home run.
Yeah, I mean Ben Rice.
Nail.
Dink, 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 dink. Okay, I'm trying to not overthink the fact that Yankee fans kept calling up and getting it wrong. So I'm going to stick with my gut that when Ben Rice hit the home run,
it was the first one.
Okay, made it 2-0, set the tone for the game, and you got your ace on the mound. Okay, 2 runs is enough.
I just want to tell you something.
Yeah.
They scored 2 runs.
Okay.
So how can it be the turning point?
It's a different game, man. Here's what I'll say. I'm going to stick with the Ben Rice home run, and I'm going to warn Emmanuel Barbari. If you picked anything else, you got it wrong. So, ladies and gentlemen, the turning point of last night's Yankee game.
Righter into the line to pay off the Judge. To pitch. Swing on drive to left field. Hit hard. Hit a ton. Say goodbye. 4th row home run for Aaron Judge. And the Yankees have a 3-0 lead here in the third. Later ahead in the count. Got it to 3-2, did Judge, and then lines a home run into the lower left field stands.
So we had
10 back-to-back, man. You can't. In the third inning?
10 Ben Rice guesses, 4 Jazz Chisholm guesses, and 1 guess on Max Fried getting out of a jam. Nobody until the 16th caller guessed Aaron Judge.
Because it's not the turning point.
I think it is. It put the game out of reach.
It made a 2-0 game 3-0.
What was the final?
That's irrelevant.
What was the final?
This isn't hockey.
The game turned there, became a more reachable.
That's why I agree with Ben Rice not being it, because the Rangers scored 2 runs. So that couldn't have been the turning point.
I will give you a random thought that has nothing to do with the turning point, and I may actually put this out on a Twitter poll now that I got my Twitter account back.
Congrats.
And I'm unhacked. You heard the crowd on the Aaron Judge home run.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty loud. A lot of Yankee fans deep in the heart of Texas, right? You heard the Knicks fans in Atlanta on Saturday. What fan base travels better, Yankee fans or Knick fans? I'm putting that poll out as soon as we go to commercial break. And then we'll come back and get to your calls, 888-808-1019. We'll get to the Knicks later as well as they get set for a huge Game 5 at Madison Square Garden. It is Evan and Tiki here on The Fan.
Fanatics Fest.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Bengals personnel man Duke Tobin said what we all already knew yesterday. It's all about now in Cincy, which is why they traded the 10th pick for sexy Dexy Lawrence. And when a team is all in on now, if they don't win it all or come reasonably close, people pay the price. As Baltimore showed us this offseason, if you got to choose between the coach and the QB, you always choose the QB. So if the Bengals miss the playoffs again, Zach with no K is going to be Zach with no job. I'm Chris Mack.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Turns out, talk isn't cheap. Just talking about affordability doesn't make things affordable. Straight Talk's had the same price since 2009. Plus, their Gold plan includes a Walmart Plus membership and $20 in Walmart cash when you activate. That's more than just talk.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straightforward, always. Valid through May 17, 2026. $20 in Walmart cash for Straight Talk Gold or Platinum plan customers newly enrolling in Walmart Plus. Limit 1 per enrollment and account. Same price claim applies only to base monthly price of the $45 Straight Talk plan, beginning October 2009.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-323-8922. 800-323-8922. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-323-8922.
The pros know nobody beats FW Web. With extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast, FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit FWWeb.com to find one near you.
The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is designed to give you more of what matters. More passenger space and headroom for greater comfort. More cargo space, a lower lift-in height, and a standard power liftgate on every model. More connectivity with Google built-in integration, plus Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Balancing style, advanced technology, and craftsmanship in a family-friendly SUV that delivers exceptional value. Get more with the all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5, the smart choice. Visit your local Mazda dealer or MazdaUSA.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Growing a brand is hard, but reaching the right customers shouldn't be. Meet Outcomes from Viant. We've built an intelligent platform that handles the complexity of digital advertising for you. Powered by advanced AI, we help your brand show up in the right places at the right time and ensure that every dollar you spend leads to a real business result. It's smarter advertising made simple. Visit Viant.ai.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
The Rico Brogna podcast on the Odyssey app is proudly sponsored by Mio Sparkling Sake, the official sake of the New York Mets. Enjoy at Citi Field or your favorite spot. A new tradition in sake, Mio Sparkling Sake.
We're your official station to talk Yankees and Mets. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
In the last 48 hours, 2 managers have lost their jobs. One manager won a World Series. The other manager has been to a World Series. Alex Cora was fired late Saturday night, replaced on an interim basis by Chad Tracy. The Red Sox have responded with a few wins. And if you're just tuning in the last 20 minutes, the Philadelphia Phillies, off to an identical 9-19 start as the New York Mets, have fired Rob Thompson and have replaced him on an interim basis with Yankee legend Don Mattingly, whose son Preston Mattingly is the general manager of the Phillies working under Dave Dombrowski.
Yes.
So the Mattingleys are now fully in control.
Now, that comment about it being orchestrated or part of some plan, doesn't that make more sense now?
Well, I think
if you're Rob Thompson, didn't you have to know that this was inevitable at some point if you got off to a bad start?
I think anytime your coaching staff is fired from you and then a guy who has managerial experience is placed right below you as the bench coach, you know the deal. You know you're on the hot seat.
And he doesn't make that decision, right?
Excuse me?
Rob Thompson. He has
Rob Thompson makes what decision?
Does he have any say in who his bench coach is going to be?
Sometimes managers get that say, but I don't think in this case he fully did.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure publicly he talked about how great of a hire it was, but I think he also understood he was on the hot seat. I mean, look at what went on with the Mets. Like, they took Carlos Mendoza's coaching staff away, and the front office picked the coaching staff.
Right.
So I think both Rob Thompson and Carlos Mendoza were on the hot seat. The Phillies had a more obvious proven replacement in Mattingly because he's managed before.
Mm-hmm.
The Mets right now, it's a smorgasbord of possibilities. It could be Kai Correa, who's the bench coach. It could be Andy Green, who's in the front office. It could be someone from outside the organization, somebody in the minor leagues. But I'll tell you this, as a Met fan who expected and wanted the Mets to make a big decision in the last 24 hours around their manager, it is a little troublesome to see your division rival do what you thought needed to be done. And again, for anyone who goes with this, it's not the manager's fault. It's not Rob Thompson's fault. What, did he forget how to manage?
Mm-hmm.
The Phillies are in the playoffs every year. They were in the World Series in 2022. Remember when he was the answer for a fired Joe Girardi? So this is just a reminder to that same old act of, it's not his fault. No kidding. But but you still do things to try to change up what's going on. The Phillies have attempted to do that. We'll see if it works. And the New York Mets are sitting by saying, nah, we're good. We're going to stick with what we have.
For right now.
Well, do you think it's changing?
I mean, clear. If this team doesn't drastically get better, it's inevitable that Mendoza is going to be fired.
When?
I don't know.
But
I think honestly, it's because of the plan. Like, what's the and then what plan?
But Tiki,
they didn't have one.
I know, but you're saying things that are bothering me. Number one, when you get rid of the entire coaching staff, you're clearly putting the manager on the hot seat.
The Phillies, it was odd. We all remember this because I remember this, and I don't even pay attention to the Blue Jays. It was odd when Don Mattingly, who was assumed to be going back to the Blue Jays as the bench coach, suddenly left. I think spring training had already started. He suddenly left and becomes the bench coach for the Philadelphia Phillies. It was like, okay. So now you fast forward to the end of April. It's like, oh, that was obvious. The writing was on the wall.
Sure.
That was inevitable if the Phillies got off to a bad start. Who have the Yankees done that with?
The Mets.
Who have the Mets done that with? I'm thinking Don Mattingly with the Yankees. But who have the Mets done that with? What makes you say, yep, that's the perfect guy? Now, Andy Green, I get. But I didn't even know who the hell he was in the front office. You do because you're a baseball geek. But I don't think the lay fan knew who he was. And then Kai Correa, nobody knows who he was as a bench coach. So, like, the and then what plan isn't in place for the Mets. It was there for the Phillies, and it was obvious when it happened when he left the Blue Jays.
Why did the Mets, led by David Stearns, rid Carlos Mendoza of all his coaches?
Because they epically collapsed last year.
So why'd they get rid of the coaches? Because they blamed all the coaches.
They should have fired Mendy last year.
Well, clearly now they should have.
But it's harder to do that when you're David Stearns. You hired him only a year or whatever it was, 2 years prior, and you have this belief that he can do it because he went to an NLCS and he's got the right mentality or makeup, but you just want to give him an extra chance, right?
I just don't know when that extra chance ends because if I said to you 2 weeks ago,
it ends when they find a viable alternative.
That's not going to change. Like the viable alternative is in your front office or in your
they have to
coaching
think
staff.
Yeah, but I don't think do you think they want Andy Green to be their manager?
No, but I think
Do you think they want Kai Correa to be their manager?
I think I want to fundamentally find the disagreement because I don't think you're understanding my point, which is once they fired all of the coaches, that to me was a sign of, hey, this manager's on the hot seat.
So if you fire Mendy, who's the head coach?
The
manager. Who's the manager?
No, I'm not asking that question. I'm getting back to
am. This is why it hasn't happened yet.
Okay. I just please just try what I'm trying to say and explain it to me.
Okay.
Because I trust your brain.
Right.
My brain's irrational. I trust your brain.
Okay.
When they fired all the coaches,
yes,
don't you think that intent was we're putting this manager on the hot seat? Yes or no?
Even if they weren't.
Okay. So once they do that,
hold on. I could argue that they weren't good enough.
What?
That the staff wasn't good enough, and Mendy complained about it. So I don't know if that happened.
Okay,
but I'm assuming that your assumption is right.
Okay. So then the plan should have been, much like the Phillies did, hey, let's make sure we have somebody who would be our intern option.
So who is that?
I'm saying, see, I'm not even arguing with you.
The Phillies did it.
Hold on.
The Mets didn't.
Forget the Phillies. I'm just focusing on the Mets because you keep saying they don't have an option. What I'm trying to tell you is if they don't have an option, and that truly is the reason why they haven't fired Mendy, then David Stearns did an even worse job than we realize.
Of course
because
he
once
did.
you get rid of the coaching staff,
By the way, why do you think I'm defending David Stearns? I think he's done a horrendous job. Horrendous.
Right.
You knew when he was talking BS to us at the end of regular season last year saying, we need to focus on run prevention. And then you bring in Jorge Polanco to be your first baseman who never played first base. You sold me a bill of goods.
Right.
You lied to my damn face and expected me to just trust you. So I don't trust David Stearns. I think he's full of it. And I think he put together a roster like, oh, crap, we got to get some guys. Oh, let's put this guy here and this guy here. You know what? Let's overpay for Bo Bichette, put him at third base, even though he's a crappy shortstop last year with a negative 13 run prevented differential. And now you're going to put him at third base, a place he hasn't played. That's run prevention. He's lying to you, right? And you guys wanted to believe it. Like, man, we got Juan Soto. We got Lindor. We got Kodai Senga's going to be great. Oh, Nolan McClain. Saviors everywhere. He lied to you. So, is he doing a good job? Hell no, he's not doing a good job. We all know it. But I also know he's doing such a bad job that he doesn't have a replacement for Carlos Mendoza if he wants to fire him. You get it?
I'm giving you the last word. There's nothing left to add to that. I poked him enough. He went fire and brimstone. I'm like, okay, I'm good with you. In fact, I'm going to shock even more. If my memory is correct, because I do apologize. We take a lot of callers. We talk to a lot of different people. So sometimes I forget, especially those that call in multiple times. But I think the guy I want to go to is the guy who lectured us that they should have fired Carlos Mendoza during the offseason.
No, you're right.
And we disagreed with him.
We shouldn't have.
Yeah. So, Jeff, we're going to start off by saying our bad. We're sorry. You were right, Jeff. They
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, it's ridiculous. And what I'm going to say at this point is going to sound even crazy. It's going to sound crazier.
Go.
They should give him an extension because they're obviously not going to fire him.
But what would that do?
Otherwise, this is going to.
But what would that do, Jeff? Is that just going to make people
Because right
play
now,
better? Like, he's going to be here for the long haul. I got to play better for him. Like, what does that do?
Because right now the media is swarming. The fans are crazy, rabid. He's got to go.
Right.
He's got to go. He's got to go.
Get us to shut up.
And David Stern keeps saying, "I'm the smartest man in the room. I know what I'm doing better than anybody else, so I'm not going to fire him." If they didn't fire him after last season's epic collapse, changing the entire coaching staff, changing multiple superstars, getting off to an horrendous, record-breaking, disaster start. If he's not fired yet, he's not being fired. So give the man an extension. Give him an extension.
I mean, it makes sense.
You know who made that point? Because I heard someone say it before Jeff, and he got a lot of crap for it. And I want to defend him, even though I think his point is ridiculous.
Go ahead.
But I understand the thinking. Was our buddy Sal Licata. Sal was on SNY, and he said,
"But that's just like."
He said, "You know what? But you got to hear the rationale, because obviously I disagree."
Let me
with
hear.
Sal.
Tell me the rationale.
Sal and I have already argued about this. I think he should be fired. He doesn't think it's his fault. It is what it is. Sal
I
and
don't
I
think
have
it's
argued
his
about the
fault
Mets
either.
forever.
I don't think it's his fault either.
It's irrelevant. Though.
Exactly.
That's the point I hate about that argument.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not his fault. No one's saying it is.
Right.
But you should still
You
fire
got to
him.
do something.
Sal's point and Jeff's point, so both of them have this point, is the only way to stop the conversation, the only way to get sports talk radio to stop talking about firing Mendy, the only way to get reporters to stop asking Mendy about his job status is for Steve Cohen to come out and say, "Hey, guys, we so believe in this manager, and you guys are so wrong. Here's an extension."
Be a man.
Now, I think that's stupid.
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with it either.
Because you know why?
Go ahead.
We're still going to say fire him.
We're still going to do it.
That's it. You want to waste your money?
Right.
By all means, waste your money. He's not good enough, or it's whatever. It's not working. Fire him. You gave him a 2-year extension. Fantastic. You want to pay him $10 million to walk away in a year? Fine. But he's not good enough.
Right.
We're still going to say fire him.
I think it would quiet it for a few weeks. But if the
It'd quiet
team,
maybe a week.
Maybe a week. But that's the thinking. Again, I disagree with it, but that's why Sal and Jeff say it. It's, hey, the only way to attempt, I'll even throw the word attempt to shut people up is to extend them. Look, right now the most important thing the New York Mets can do, and I'm not even joking, is David Stearns needs to meet the media before they play tonight. And before Carlos meets the media. Carlos is set to talk to reporters at 4 o'clock, which is his normal pregame, hey, let's talk about the team. You are doing a disservice to not only him, but to all of us. If you, as the leader of this mess, don't come out and answer more tough questions, not only about the terrible job you've done, but why Mendoza still has a job. And I know that's a tough question. It's a mean question. He needs to answer it. And so we're going to learn a lot more about David Stearns based on if he talks today or if he doesn't. And I admit, he talks often. So it's not like he's Leon Rose. He doesn't hide from the media. I respect that. But today is one of those days where it's important to get in front of it. Brian Cashman, I know you hate him, Sean, but Brian Cashman always gets ahead of it. He is always there. In fact, the only time Cashman even talks is when things suck.
Right. True.
You won't hear from him now.
Right.
He's like, I don't got nothing to say.
Right. We're all good.
Yeah, they like me right now.
I mean, we started the show talking about the Yankees, but they were so boring because they're so good. We just moved on.
Let's go to...
I mean that with all love.
Of course. I mean, it's good to be boring. It means you're good.
You just win.
Yeah.
Win the games you're supposed to.
Let's go to Molly in Lakewood. Good morning, Molly.
Hi, it's a real honor to talk to you guys. I love the show.
Thank you.
I got two stuff. One Yankees, one Mets.
Go ahead.
So first of all, about the Mets, Tiki, I believe you were saying, like, it felt like a lie. When I was watching them assemble the team this season, I just, like, everyone's like, oh, it's going to be great. You know, there's potential. I was watching very closely the players that they were actually acquiring, like Simeon and Polanco.
Right.
And I just looked at my dad and I said, Carlos Mendoza is not a good enough manager with the clubhouse issues that they had last year to bring these pieces together. And the pieces aren't good enough anyway.
Right.
So I never felt like the disappointment. But I think that once, even if they did change the manager, it's just going to become a concern of like, realizing, oh my God, the pieces we got weren't even good enough in the first place.
Right. Like what manager would be able to bring those all together? A veteran who has championship caliber pedigree. There's just not a lot of options.
I think they should take Alex Cora. I think they do. I think that the Red Sox was really, it was like, I did not expect that at all. I thought that'd be much better. And just Cora is a good manager. And I think that if they do get Cora, and they probably won't, it's going to be like, oh, they're going to lose. But why? Because the pieces aren't good enough. I really think they should get Alex Cora.
Well, I think the complication with Alex Cora, and the point I tried to make yesterday, is that he's a top 5 manager in the sport. If you want to say managers don't matter that much, that's fine. I mean, managers
I think they do, though, especially in moments like this.
Yeah, I think they matter during crises. I think they certainly matter in terms of bullpen management, the way you handle egos. I think the argument against managers not mattering is more that they don't matter as much as they did 40 years ago. Not that they don't matter at all. So I think Alex Cora is a really good manager. He's a top 5 one in the sport. We played that game yesterday. I gave you all the managers and said, name 5 that are better. No one can do it.
Right.
Even Big Mac, who is criticizing him as overrated, would admit, hey, yeah, he's a top 5 manager. You're right. So we were all actually in agreement with how good he is. The idea that he will take over midseason, it's just not realistic. It's why the Phillies didn't hire Alex Cora.
Yeah.
Because Don Mattingly ain't Alex Cora. As a manager at least. Certainly as a player, Donnie has the edge. So I get the idea of Cora. I would love the idea of Alex Cora. He's a guy who I wanted to manage the Mets on numerous occasions when he was available. But the midseason managerial hire is just not a real thing.
Yeah. I agree with that.
As far as the roster is concerned.
At least not for a team that's trying to be good.
I think for any team, because it's such a rare occurrence.
Yeah.
Like you don't see it happen. And for something
What did we come up with, 2 yesterday?
We came up with 2. Tony La Russa and Billy Martin, and it all happened 40-plus years ago.
Right.
For the last time that someone was fired midseason and took over another job. As far as the roster is concerned, here's the way I felt about it. And at the end of the day, I ended up thinking they'd be good, maybe because I wanted to think that more than anything. This always was volatile. It was always they could be really good.
Yeah.
They could suck.
High risk, high reward.
Yes. We looked at the Yankees and said, dude, worst case scenario, they win 88 games. You know what I mean?
You're still making the postseason, and you got a chance.
Yeah. A Yankee bad year with this roster is high 80s.
Yeah.
You knew the Mets were volatile, but I got to admit, I never thought it would be this bad.
No. I mean, I'm looking at the OPSs right now, Evan. 570, 575, 669. That's Lindor.
Well, you should round that up to 6'7".
6'7". It is.
That's bad.
I mean, it's Soto is the only one that has above 800 OPS. Is that right?
Yeah. Sounds about right. Alvarez has dipped. Luis Robert Jr. has been ice cold for a month.
Melendez is due, but he only has 22 at bats.
We can't count him.
He's got 22 at bats, so it doesn't matter.
They're not that bad, but I also don't know how good they actually are.
They're not this bad, but these numbers look bad. Just put it that way.
And I'm telling you right now, and I hate to say it because it tends to happen with managerial firings, and it happened with the Phillies in 22, and it even happened with the Mets in 08. It happens. The Philadelphia Phillies are about to get hot, and it's going to sting even more because as the Mets were losing, glancing down the turnpike to see the Philly fans freaking out was always like, all right, at least I have that.
At least we have company.
At least we have company. Now they're going to get hot, and not only are they going to get hot, but the Yankee fan who is treating the Met fire like they're baking s'mores. They're like cooking on the fire that is the New York Mets. And I understand it. I'm not even telling you not to. A lot of Met fans were very douchey and arrogant. I've been accused of being one of those. That clearly isn't true. It's more like Tommy Lugauer and others.
You mean about the Phillies?
No, about the Mets and the Yankees and the dynamic we have around here.
Back when they got Soto and everybody thought the Mets were next coming.
But the next thing that the Yankee fan is going to get to enjoy is not just, enjoying the fire that is the Mets. They're now going to enjoy the Phillies going on a run because their manager is Don freaking Mattingly. You know it, Sean.
Maybe some. It's still hard to root for anything Philadelphia, but you're right. People will side with that. You're also, the next thing the Yankee fan is going to enjoy is the fact that in 2 weekends, Citi Field becomes our home for 3 days.
That's true. That's going to be an ugly scene.
I mean, you Met fans are jumping off the ship. That is going to be a pinstripe-filled park for 3 days.
Now, speaking of which, before we went to break, I guess that was 25 minutes ago, I asked a question based on the Yankees against the Rangers last night and certainly what happened with the Knicks in Atlanta over the weekend, and that is which fan base, Yankees versus Knicks, travels better or invades buildings better.
Yeah, I think it's more invades because a lot of these are transplants.
Correct. So we had the Knicks in Atlanta, in which I was surprised how much it sounded like Garden South. The Yankees do this to every stadium, including last night in Arlington. So I put out a poll on my newly unlocked Twitter account at Evan Roberts WFAN.
Did you get any DMs like, why'd you send me all those raunchy whatever?
I am afraid to check my DMs. I will actually not check it for a week because when you get hacked, I have no idea what was going on.
It wasn't me.
It was not me. Which New York fan base invades road stadiums / arenas more often and louder? Yankee fans versus Knicks fans. What do you think the answer is?
Knicks.
You think it's Knicks fans?
I think it's Knicks fans.
Sean, what do you think it is?
We're in the midst of the Knicks playoffs. It's Knicks fans.
It's overwhelming Knicks fans. 66% say it's Knicks fans.
It's also easier to invade an arena, a closed arena.
You think so?
Yeah.
There's usually more seats available in a stadium.
It's not about the number of seats. It just sounds louder. So when you're inside, if you take over, it's not even take over. You have a third of the people there. It sounds loud.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's an open air ballpark, you might sound loud. Probably won't.
I have a fair answer to this.
Even though Texas it's closed, but you know what I mean.
Right. I get what you're saying. I'm going to give you a fair answer as somebody that obviously I think I can be an ICO, an independent crowd observer in terms of this. Obviously, Sean's got his biases. He's a Yankee fan. He's not a Knicks fan, all that.
No.
What? Excuse me?
I would agree. I would vote Knicks right now, too.
Oh, no, I understand. But there's always going to be like a bias in your head as you say it.
Okay.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just
how
saying
the
that
hell would I pick the Knicks?
Because I do that sometimes, too, where I know I have a bias and you go one way. I have no bias in this. And I think it's actually a complicated answer. I think that the Knicks fan, when they take over, is louder. So, like, when they're in Charlotte or they're in Washington or they're in Atlanta, it is more overwhelming than a Yankee takeover of Baltimore. But I think the Yankees take over more stadiums. So, for example, there will be
places, right?
Yeah, there'll be a Knicks game in which, and maybe it's the nature of an arena. Maybe that's what it is. Like up in Portland, it'll be like, it's not that many.
Right.
But the Yankees could be anywhere. And there will always be a good amount of Yankee fans. So I think the Knicks are louder in their takeover, but I think the Yankees are more spread out in their takeover.
I think we've also hit the point where, especially in the playoffs, Knicks fans that want to afford to go to games have realized it's cheaper for me to go elsewhere.
To get on a plane and go someplace else.
And that really, because of more seats in a baseball stadium, isn't the case in baseball playoffs.
I think that's a fair point, too.
Nah, true.
Very fair point. We'll get into what the Knicks have to do to take full control of this series in Game 5 coming up. We've got a brand new edition of Posted and Toasted where Tiki guesses the old tweets of our fellow FAN coworkers, and we'll talk to you. 888-808-1019. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
All right, now, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking to partner with ambitious New York businesses to become Amazon Hub partners. You and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you. And with each package delivered, your business gets paid. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup costs, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. They're just making it easy to earn some extra money while at the same time gain some exposure for your business. Sign up to learn more at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Ray Catena, Mercedes-Benz of Edison. It's also sponsored by Surfside Iced Tea and Lemonades Plus Vodka. It's not a seltzer, it's a Surfside.
Mercedes-Benz of Edison has done it again. Named the 2026 Mercedes-Benz Dealer of the Year by Cars.com in New Jersey and the entire U.S. Expect exceptional service, an unmatched selection, and a luxury experience you won't find anywhere else. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Edison or RayCatinaEdison.com.
Introducing Super Light, a refreshing vodka plus aid made with premium vodka inspired with your favorite classic sports drink flavors. With just 90 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 bubbles, Super Light is here to fuel the moment. Look for Super Light variety packs and individual flavors at stores and bars near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
No matter the season, New York sports never stop. Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets. If it's happening, we're talking about it. The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
the Kentucky Derby on FanDuel, where you can bet on all your other favorite sports. And right now, all customers get a Derby bet reset. That means you'll get racing bonus back if your bet doesn't win. The app is super easy to use, and you don't have to be a horse racing expert to get in on the Derby Day action. So bet the fastest 2 minutes in sports on FanDuel. Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks are registered trademarks of Churchill Downs Incorporated. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure. When you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Verified FD racing account required. Refund issues non-withdrawable racing site credit that expires 9 days after receipt. Max refund $10 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at racing.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. You know, after years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works. Red Pocket Mobile gives you 3 major 5G networks to choose from. Switching cities? Switch your network. That's like calling your own Audible. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Hey Yankees fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Saturday, May 2nd for the Yankees' annual Star Wars Day. Enjoy special appearances by some of your favorite Star Wars characters, and the first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a max-free Mandalorian bobblehead. Get your tickets now for Saturday, May 2nd, Star Wars Day at Yankee Stadium. For tickets, visit yankees.com/tickets. And may the Force be with you.
Life can change suddenly without any warning whatsoever. When you're sidelined due to a debilitating personal injury, it's crucial to have a trusted team on your side. The Rothenberg Law Firm has over 50 years of spectacular courtroom experience, ensuring that you're not facing those obstacles alone. Winning and collecting billions for our clients, we are committed to helping you recover whatever you deserve. The Rothenberg Law Firm, 1-800-624-8888.
The lawyer for injured ones, injurylawyer.com.
I need a little range, step to the range.
There's a new flavor in town, the Jalapeno Ranch Club at Chick-fil-A. With that juicy Chick-fil-A original spicy or grilled chicken, a buttermilk ranch bun, candied bacon, pepper jack cheese, and jalapeno ranch sauce. It's got big ranch vibes with a little heat. Chick-fil-A's new Jalapeno Ranch Club, available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
I built this business the old-fashioned way. Hard work and a whole lot of spreadsheets.
Yeah, about that, I upgraded us to Odoo. Odoo puts everything we need, sales, inventory, accounting, on one connected platform. No more juggling systems, no more headaches.
So it all works together?
Exactly.
Odoo is the all-in-one business software that makes running and passing on a business easier than ever. Take your business into the next generation. Try Odoo free at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Tune in for the Yankees' first pitch, presented by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees.
Calling all hoops fans. Ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. From same-game parlays to live bets, you can call your shots during any play. Rooting for your favorite players? You'll find all sorts of markets for betting on any star's performance on any given night of the playoffs. Don't miss a single highlight or buzzer-beating shot by getting all your picks in with BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot? Download the app today. Make your bets and experience the thrill of the NBA playoffs like never before. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
All new Dunkin' Zero. Only 20 calories, zero sugar. The all-new revitalizing energy drink made with B vitamins so you can actually feel good about it. Struggling to make it through the afternoon? Wishing every meeting was an email? Sounds like it's time for Dunkin' Zero. It's the perfect pick-me-up without the spiral, and it comes in 6 delicious flavors like Sun Zest and Glamberry. Dunkin' Zero, only at Dunkin'. Dunkin' Zero drinks contain caffeine from caffeine and guarana. Beverages are fruit-flavored, contain zero fruit juice. Participation may vary, limited time offer.
Many tire dealers will sell you Falcon tires, but Town Fair Tire doesn't just sell Falcon tires, they sell them at the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, they give you free services for the life of your Falcon tires. That's an unbeatable deal only Town Fair Tire can offer, because Town Fair Tire is New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal, and I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Take the guesswork out of cooking, folks. The Chef IQ senses a must-have wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or overcooking chicken, fish, or steak. Order the newly released third-generation Chef IQ Sense at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Cooking as easy as 1, 2, 3. Discover how at chefiq.com. How about the Detroit Pistons? They're on the ropes as a 1 seed. The Magic once again beat Detroit last night, taking a 3-1 commanding lead. And then with a 131-122 win, it was the Thunder who swept away the Suns. The Nuggets cut the T-Wolves series, albeit with no Anthony Edwards, down to 3-2 as they won 125-113. Penguins avoided elimination, beating the Flyers, and Vegas beat Utah in overtime to even their series at 2 games apiece. This Fan Focus, it was sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Mention the Pistons with their backs to the wall down 3-1 in Orlando as the Magic are trying to pull off the 8-1 upset. Cade Cunningham has turned the ball over 24 times in the last 3 games. According to ESPN Stats and Info, that is the most turnovers in a 3-game span in the playoffs since turnovers were officially tracked as a stat in 1977.
What?
So Cade Cunningham is going through it.
Is that incompetence?
Well,
what is that?
My concern about the Pistons, and I am not saying the series is over, nor am I saying I predicted that they would lose to Orlando, because I didn't do that. But one concern I had about Detroit that I rang since December is the lack of experience.
Yeah.
And that I was not ready to anoint them because they need to do it in the postseason. And right now, what they are going through, and they have been dreadful, and the Magic haven't been overly impressive either. It's actually just been a dreadful series to watch.
How much of a favorite were they?
They were pretty significant. Not as much as Oklahoma City that took care of business, but they were up there.
Yeah.
What I think Detroit is going through could, the key word is could, benefit them in the long term. Because they got to learn how to win. Winning in January and winning in December and winning in February is very different than winning in April.
Right.
And I thought that last year's experience against the Knicks could have been a positive. They have not taken those lessons to them in this first-round series against the Magic. And I think a lot of it is an arrogance of, we just roll the ball out on the floor, we're going to beat this team. And that's not the way it works. The Orlando Magic, who I happened to love before the season, they were my dark horse finals team.
Yeah.
They're an incredibly talented team.
Right.
They have underachieved this year. The coaching has been dreadful, but they're good, man. They are talented. I thought at the beginning of the year we would see Orlando, Detroit. Reversal.
Right. Especially after the Desmond Bain trade.
Yeah, they gave up the world for Desmond Bain. So, they're talented. And I think what may have gone on over the first 5 games, and it is not over yet. Detroit can certainly come back, is it's almost, let's roll the balls out there. We're going to beat this team.
Right. We're better than them. We led basically wire to wire. No, I think they did lead wire to wire, Detroit, in the East. So who can beat us? We're good enough. We've proven it week over week. Instead, Orlando just says the postseason is a different game.
By the way, I feel so bad. So my wife sends this picture an hour ago about this bottle of Jets wine.
Yeah.
And I ask on the air, should I tell her to save it? Are we allowed to use it? I comment on her text. I talk about her text, and I never wrote her back. And she just followed up saying, hey, can you answer the question?
Oh, nice.
And now I feel even worse because she may not even realize I use the text as a conversation around here. Anyhow.
Wait, what did you decide?
I said you can use it.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'm like, what am I saving this morning for? Some fictitious Super Bowl they're never going to be in?
The Jets are a sewer.
Ironically enough, that's what I'm saving my bottle for.
Well, you at least have more of a puncher's chance.
I have one, too.
A Giants bottle?
One. No, the Jet one.
You have the Jet? Why do you have the Jet one?
We all got the bottle of the Jet one.
Time out. My wife can use it. Give me yours.
No. I've already promised my brother-in-laws we will all drink that one and sip on it when they win a Super Bowl, no matter how much it ages.
I'll give you mine.
Thank you, Tiki.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I'm not a promise breaker.
Sean's trying to be a jerk.
He really is because
I'm being nice to family.
Sean, that bottle of wine wasn't given.
Your family does not care.
They don't care. And it wasn't given for you to give to your brother-in-law. It was given to talk show host Sean Morash. Now you're just regifting it?
I'm not regifting it. I drink the wine, too.
You ain't drinking jet wine.
You want to make chicken franchise with it. That ain't my problem.
It's the Roberts family. We can use the wine however the hell we want.
And they're hella cooks, as we know.
That's a good point.
Damn right.
That's a good point.
Before we get back to your phone calls, it's time for another edition every Tuesday right around 11:30 for a little segment we like to call Posted and Toasted.
It's time for Posted and Toasted.
Posted and toasted in 1, 2, 3. Posted and toasted where Evan finds the treats. Posted and toasted will Tiki guess them right? It's posted and toasted time.
Posted and Toasted brought
Thank
to you
you,
by
Al Dukes.
Oh, you think that's right? He thinks it sounds like Al Dukes. Posted and Toasted brought to you by the Rothenberg Law Firm. Injured, visit injurylawyer.com. And Princeton Longevity Center. Experience the power of personalized medicine. So I read the old tweets of our fellow FAN coworkers, and Tiki will guess who posted it. Are you ready?
Yes.
October 7th, 2014. Don Mattingly is cut from the overrated Joe Torre over-managing cloth. You cannot bench Yasiel Puig in an elimination game after he tripled in his last at-bat.
That's so Sean Morash.
Wow, so you're making the guess without even the choices?
I'm a fat moron.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know if that's you, Sean?
Sounds like something I would have said. I was a big Puig guy, too.
Only because of how he said it. Like the verbiage in the tweet.
Don Mattingly is cut from the overrated
Not that part.
Joe Torre over-managing cloth.
Not that part. Keep going.
You cannot bench Puig in an elimination game after he tripled in his last at-bat.
There you go. Sounds like Jason Dominguez.
Yeah, I'm always riding the hot hand.
I mean, we need to address the fact that, forget about you calling Don Mattingly a terrible manager because I don't think he's a good manager. Did you kill Joe Torre in this?
Well, let's make one thing
What
clear.
are we doing?
Joe Torre is a legend, and I love Joe Torre. The last couple years of Joe Torre feature a lot of over-managing and getting in his own way. It did, and it's okay to admit that.
So you think that because this was in 2014, it was still relatively recent to Torre's Yankee managing, that it was fresh in your mind?
Yes, and I think if you're being honest and reflecting, Joe Torre's a legend, but we know it ended clunky.
I apologize because it was about 40 minutes ago. I thought you were arguing with me when I said Mattingly was a bad manager. It appears as if you agree with me.
What changed me was that year with the Marlins.
He did a good job with the Marlins.
Yeah.
He was just acknowledging that COVID year. That's all.
Okay. No, and
I think it goes beyond the Dodgers.
But you're right, is what he's saying.
But I think that thank you. Because what he's doing right now is the Dodger job, not the Marlin job. He's not going to an underachieving team in a shortened season. He's going to the freaking Phillies who have a huge payroll and huge expectations. He is managing the Dodgers again.
But you talk about him like he's Adam Gase, is my point. I don't think I'm in it.
That's too harsh. I don't think he's Adam Gase. I don't think he's doing coquina on the sidelines.
I just wanted to hear you say that again. That's why I referenced Gase.
That's an accusation made by Le'Veon Bell. We played the audio yesterday.
It was epic.
Anyhow, let's continue to be timely with this post from January 7th, 2020. Alex Cora goes from Houston to Boston. He was involved in the 2017 and 2018 sign stealing. I am not surprised. I'm disgusted. Ban him for life.
Wow.
Wow. Is that Sean Morash, Keith McPherson, Chris McMonagle, or Greg Giannotti?
That's Big Mac.
You're wrong.
No, Big Mac did not call for
Didn't
Alex
hate on
Cora to be banned for life, which is a very harsh penalty.
It is I'm like, who would go that far?
Who would go? So we know it's not Big Mac. Is it Gio, Sean, or Keith?
Gio.
You think Gio would do that?
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Sean?
You're wrong.
Keith McPherson. Keith McPherson said ban him for life.
Ban him for life.
Throw him out of the league.
Throw him out of the league. I think there may have been some bias here because remember, the Yankees did lose to both of those accused cheating teams.
Right.
17 and 18. So, yeah, ban him for life. That's harsh.
No, it's just cheating.
It's just cheating.
You can't ban for cheating.
No biggie.
Just gambling. You
No
can't
biggie.
ban for cheating.
Steroids you can ban for life.
Isn't that cheating?
Not cheating.
So, I forget who. I think it was
It's
Evan.
all nonsense.
So you're right. It is
It
all
is
nonsense.
utter and
It is.
all nonsense.
Evan
These are
Drellick.
self-righteous idiots just trying to make themselves feel good about their high castle morality.
Oh, by the way, we have breaking news. This I have to interrupt with
ahead.
because it involves Alex Cora and it involves Don Mattingly and the Philadelphia Phillies.
Be careful on the source.
It's Bob Nightingale, so we're always careful with Bobby. But Bob has claimed that the Philadelphia Phillies offered the managerial job to Alex Cora, and he declined. He has decided to spend time with his family, which is not a surprise.
If I was making $7 million to do nothing,
yeah,
we'd be traveling everywhere, honey.
Damn right. And I think if you're Alex Cora, and we touched on this a lot
Right.
yesterday, you also can wait till next year where there's going to be even more options. Right now, it's the Phillies. It may be the Mets. But next year, who the hell knows? It's a long baseball season.
There is no urgency for Alex Cora right now.
Zero. I mean, the possibilities of the managerial openings that he could deem more appealing than Philadelphia is countless.
Yeah. Plus, why rush if you're sitting there going, how much money is Steve Cohen willing to give me? I'm going to wait this out.
He could do that too, but we talked about this yesterday
seriously,
with Cohen.
This thing gets a little really out of whack for the Mets.
Yeah.
But for the Mets or the Phillies, because they have money too, for them to make it worth it for Alex Cora, they would have to give him something absurd like $15 million a year because he's already making $7 million to not work.
Yeah.
And most managers don't make that amount of money. Do you know
And
how much
he's
Mendy
got
makes?
one more year.
Has one more year. So you're talking about $15 million that he's owed, or a little bit less than that. And you know how much Mendy makes?
I don't know, 4?
No. Reportedly $1.5 million.
What?
Yeah, significantly less than Alex Cora.
Damn.
Are Major League Baseball managers the worst paid coaches in sports?
I don't know enough about what hockey coaches are paid.
They need
but
second jobs. So I've just got no idea.
You're making $1.5 million, you need a second job? I mean, jeez, I'll take that. I'll take that second job.
That sounds really low.
So they've gone down over the years because the manager has been devalued in Major League Baseball. So those salaries have just gone down. Cora, I think, is one of the highest paid managers in the sport.
I mean, you first-time head coach in the NFL, you're making 12.
Different world, man.
Wow.
That's a more intense job. Who's kidding
without a
who?
doubt it is.
Not even close.
And it's only 17 games, so it's urgent.
All right, here's another post. This is from August 4th, 2018. Alex Cora is a scrub. Very simple and to the point. Alex Cora is a scrub. Is that Keith McPherson again?
Nope.
Chris McMonagle?
Nope.
Sean Morash?
Yep.
I'm a fat moron.
You're so mean.
You are correct, sir.
I could tell when Sean. I got your meanness now.
Tiki and me have worked together too long.
I have. I can hear you saying it. Therefore, it makes sense to me that you wrote it.
You know what changed Tiki, I think?
What's that?
I think he reached the peak number of baseball games sitting with me, and he's like, this guy's booing Jack Hughes. I love him, but he's a scumbag.
I think so. It's all right. I still love you, Sean.
I know.
And finally, unrelated to Don Mattingly and Alex Cora, I'll give you a non-sports related post. This is from January 2nd, 2014. Just took the elevator with 6 other people. 5 of the 6 were checking their phone. How would they have survived living in the 1980s? Is that person Tiki Barber, Boomer Esiason, Jerry Recco, or Al Dukes?
This feels like an Al Dukes-er.
You're wrong.
But I didn't slide into his DMs.
Who slid into his DMs? What?
I'm going to say Boomer.
You're going to go with Boomer?
You're wrong.
Who is this? It wasn't me.
That would be Jerry Recco.
Recco.
That's a Jerry Recco
Wow.
observation.
Huh.
Yeah. I got to defend, though, those who do that because we take the elevator every day to get to where we work, and usually the elevator is empty.
Yeah.
But if there are people in the elevator, like, what are you supposed to do?
You say hi. Hey, what's up, man?
Why?
Especially because if they're in the elevator that you happen to get on, they're likely going to 11. So
Okay, you're overthinking this.
So, no, I'm being.
So you're saying it's someone you should know?
I'm rationalizing it. Is it if they're going to 11, they work for Odyssey.
Okay.
And so it's somebody, even if you don't know, you should know.
All right, let me give you another
Because
example.
it's probably a salesperson who could help sell the show.
Yeah.
Like we want to go to West Virginia for the Greenbrier.
I forgot about that, yeah.
For the Giants training camp. 'cause
That's
That's
right.
where they're having training camp. We need a sponsor.
That's a good point.
Hey, can you call up Harley Davidson? Get us a trip down to Greenbrier.
Harley Davidson. I like
Yeah.
this.
Only know that because when BT and I did trips when we were on the national network, Harley Davidson.
Oh, that was the sponsor?
They were the sponsor. It was awesome.
All right, let me give another example because that's too work related. If you are, Citi Field. I take the elevator up to where my seats are, right? The 5th floor. There's a second floor, a 3rd floor is field level, 4th floor is the luxury suites, 5th floor is my section, 6th floor is the upper level.
You don't want to walk?
I do sometimes, but when I'm with one of my little kids, especially Spencer, you don't want
it's
to
hard.
walk.
That's hard.
It's too much.
Yeah, it's too hard.
And so I take the elevator. And usually there's a lot of people in the elevator, and it's stopping at a bunch of floors. What are you supposed to do? Like, I defend the cell phone usage.
Go Mets.
Come on.
hey, man, let's get a chant started. Let's go. So when they open the door, it's like, let's go. People walking off. It's like epic.
It's also, you're not riding on an airplane for 2 hours. It's 3 minutes tops.
But it's awkward for 3 minutes.
No, you could just do the head nods. Sup. How you doing?
Is that what you do?
No.
I change my voice for no reason, and I just get, how you doing? How you doing? What's going on? That's it.
All right. I just think that it's not
just polite.
It's not that I'm checking the phone because there's information I need. It's more I'm checking the phone because, like, what else am I supposed to do with my eyes? Do I really want to have a full conversation? Do I really want to do awkward hi, how are yous?
You know what?
Most people don't.
You know what happened the other day? So me, Tracy, had the girls and one of their friends, and we were at dinner. And I don't know why we all had phones. Phones didn't come out at all.
That's good.
Once during the dinner. And I was like, Tracy, we need to institute this.
It's like a new rule.
If they're with friends and they're doing other stuff and they're running around and they're chatting with each other or playing whatever, they can have their phone. But if it's just us and the girls, no phones.
No phones allowed. I like that.
It was so refreshing.
I think that's awesome, but you also understand that is far different than the awkwardness of an elevator with randoms.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just talking about phones in general.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think
they take over our lives.
And that's why one thing I've learned through DVRing games is that it's actually a really great experience because I can't check my phone. Right. I don't want to have the game spoiled. No. So my phone goes away. And there's something cleansing about not having the phone near you.
Here's another similar example. So I'm watching Stargate SG-1 or whatever. I think it's Stargate Atlantis now. It's on Amazon. There's commercials. So I'm watching a show and I just want to binge it. Commercial comes on.
Mm-hmm.
Grab my phone.
Of course.
And then show starts again. I'm on my phone.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn it, what did I miss?
Yeah, you missed the comeback.
What did I miss?
That happens all the time.
Dude, it's so annoying.
Yeah.
But you're right. DVR, that's the way to go.
DVR is the best. You skip the commercials, and it keeps you away from your phone. Like Thursday afternoon, the Mets have a day game. And I've got things to do with the kids. There's a Little League game. Like, I'm not watching that Met game in its entirety till 7:30 at night, which means the moment I leave this show, the phone's going away.
Yeah.
I'm going 7 hours of phoneless because I don't want the game spoiled.
I tell you, it is cleansing when you don't have your phone.
There's something about it.
It is.
And DVRing is an excuse because I tell myself all the time, just put your phone away.
Yeah.
But it's there, so it's easy to go to it even when you tell yourself not to.
And then when you don't want to watch a commercial, when you don't feel like watching whatever commercial that you've seen 1,000 times, you just go to your phone.
That's right. And then you don't come back because you're so distracted by your phone. Let's get back to your calls, 888-808-1019. Andre's in Stamford, Connecticut. Hey, Andre.
Hey, Evan, Tiki, Sean. You guys know me. You know I want Mendoza gone. So the way I look at this is he's got no contract. So going into this year, what would it take to give this guy a contract? And the only thing in my mind that makes sense would be World Series or World Series appearance. This is not a World Series team right now.
So you mean
not playing like one?
Conditionalize his contract? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. So my point is, it's a ticking time bomb. All you're doing is wasting time. So now, if they win, they beat the Nationals and go 3-0. Say they sweep the Nationals. You just bought him more time.
Right.
In the month of April, if they go 7-20, now we're 2 months in the season. You know, after 4 months of bleeding last year, there is nothing this man can do to right the ship.
Yeah.
He needs a new start somewhere else.
Yeah, but there's two things. One I agree with, one I don't agree with. All right? Number one, I don't necessarily agree that if the Mets – let me take you down a fictitious road. I am not predicting this. I am painting a road that he tried to describe. The Mets turn their season around, and they end up winning 85 games, and they sneak into the postseason.
Right.
Okay? So they end up making the playoffs, which right now feels like such a foreign thing considering they're 9-19. So they end up winning 85 games, and they sneak in on the final day. They make the playoffs, and let's say they get knocked out in the opening round in a very easy 2-game sweep at the hands of the Chicago Cubs.
Right.
Okay? You with me so far?
Okay.
Are you firing Carlos Mendoza? I don't agree with his opinion that you would. Like, I think
Probably not.
Probably not. And I'd probably say, wow, to his credit, he turned it around.
No, he needs another year to gel. There's so many other ways to talk yourself into keeping him.
I don't think that his thesis that the only way Mendy comes back next year is by getting to the World Series. I don't agree with that thesis. Now, I don't think what I just laid out is going to happen, so we'll never find out.
It's also very improbable this year with the Dodgers being the Dodgers. And hell, even the Padres being the Padres right now. It's just it just feels like the World Series is a long away pipe dream.
Yeah, Tiki was right about something asinine he said a month ago. Tiki Barber said something very stupid into a microphone. I called him out. I said, look, I love you. It's the dumbest thing you've ever said. And a month later, I'm like, damn, that aged really well for him. Do you remember what it was?
I don't.
Tiki Barber said, and I quote, the New York Jets have a better chance of winning a Super Bowl than the New York Mets of winning a World Series.
The New York Jets suck.
And I was like, dude, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Cade Klubnik.
And now a month later, with the Mets being 10 games under 500 and the manager on the hot seat, I'm like, neither's going to happen.
Right.
But, boy, if I had to pick one of the two.
We need to revisit this, put this in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
For August, 15th.
To re-ask that question?
Rethink about that question. So we'll have seen Jets, rookie camp, mini camp, beginning of training camp, and we'll get a feel of what we think about the Jets.
But the Jets could...
And the Mets could either be back in it or just dead.
But the Jets may win by default because if on August 15th, let's say...
That's what I mean. That's my point.
Yeah, because if the Mets are 20 games out...
That's my point.
Naturally...
by August, you could call it a wrap.
Yeah.
Tiki was right.
And here's the thing, as Tiki knows and everybody who listens knows, we save all this audio, so we will actually go back and play it, like we've already done today.
Who starts a playoff game in this town first? Nolan McLean or the Jets quarterback they draft next year?
God, I mean, I hope it's Nolan McLean. It's not. It shouldn't be that difficult to make the playoffs.
But hold on, though.
But see, it sounds like a should be an easy answer to get to, but the Jets will likely be good next year. Better.
Right, but that's two Met playoff runs.
Exactly.
Where I have my shot.
Potential Met playoff
Yeah,
runs.
I'm going to go with McLean.
That's my point, though. If the Jets really set themselves up here with the draft and the roster building, they might be ready-made to nestle that quarterback in and have one of those rookie quarterback make the playoff.
Right.
years.
And we've seen this multiple times over the last few years.
Yep.
I mean, almost every year there's at least one.
It's not an outrageous question.
So, do the Mets make the playoffs next year? And is Nolan McLean healthy and pitching?
I'm
That's the
glad
question.
that you guys could have fun with
That's
my
a good
torture.
one.
I'm
not having fun.
I'm going to go McLean too.
You go with McLean?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to go McLean too. But I have to think about it.
You have to think about it, which shows the state of those two teams I root for. Suck. I mean, it's not good. Let's go to let me go to Tito in Martinsville, New Jersey. What's up, Tito?
What's up, guys?
All's good,
So
Tito.
I think I have a theory. So both these guys, Cora and Lindor, are from the same town in Puerto Rico, Caguas, Puerto Rico.
Right.
Do you think they could both be stinking up and getting fired so they can get reunited with Uncle Stevie fitting the bill for Cora to make his way back to the Mets? You think with all this stuff going on, they could have, elaborated some type of situation to make this happen?
Well, I don't think there's anything to elaborate on from Cora's perspective. He got fired, and I don't think he saw it coming.
Yeah.
I think that was a Red Sox decision. That was Craig Breslow and John Henry making decisions really in the best interest of themselves to say, let's just blame Alex Cora. So I don't think there's any elaborative plot here. But I think what you bring up without bringing it up is, would Alex Cora look at the Met job, as bad as things look right now, and say, that's actually the job I'd want?
Yeah.
I love Francisco Lindor. We know each other. We're from the same town in Puerto Rico.
No,
Boy,
right. And you got Juan Soto here.
Yeah. And I think that's fair. I don't know what Alex Cora is thinking. What I do know, and we've already gotten our first indication of something we assumed over the last 48 hours, which is that he's not taking a job immediately.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think he's smart not to, because you want to evaluate where's the next best place for me to build a team and win a championship. It's not just, I'm going to take the first offer that comes my way.
Right. Because
that's just, it's imprudent because you haven't thought about it. You were thinking, and I think this was a surprise to Alex Cora. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. That you didn't think he was getting fired.
Right.
And so to think about your next step in like a nanosecond makes no sense.
And it's better to give yourself as many options as possible.
100%.
And I'm looking for the audio on this. I'm not sure I'll ever find it. But I remember when the Mets fired Terry Collins in the October of 2017, and they were looking for a manager. And Alex Cora was the hot manager. He was the former bench coach of the Astros. They had just won the World Series. And I said to Beningo, this is the guy I want. And Joe was kind of indifferent to it because he's like, what do I know? He's a former bench coach. I don't know. We liked him as a player. He was a fine player, bounced around the sport. There was no negativity towards it, but I have a good feeling about him. But what I always prefaced was he's not taking the Met job. He's just not. He's not going to work for the Wilpons. He's going to pick the Red Sox over the Mets. And it was never a question.
Right, given the option.
I look at the Mets, despite how bad things are right now, a little differently than I did in 2017, which is why for anyone who misses the Wilpons, get drug tested. Because we never had a shot
I don't think
at
anybody's saying that.
Well, you never know sometimes. The Mets would have a shot at Alex Cora. Would they be number one on his list? I don't know. We'll have to see who else is available, but I could see him picking the Mets over the Phillies.
You also have to look
I think
and
that's
see.
crazy.
You also have to look and see what jobs, if you're Alex Cora, are potentially available after this season.
Correct.
Because you don't actually know that right now.
We're assuming maybe Houston's available. He could go back there.
Yep.
Maybe Dave Roberts retires after a third straight championship. He could go there.
And by the way, if you're Alex Cora, that's what you're waiting for.
For Dave Roberts to
Dave Roberts would be like, thank you, Hall of Fame, I'll be waiting, I'm out.
Or, and this is where I talk myself into it, Alex Cora played for the Mets. He knows what New York is like. He may just say, I'd like to work here.
He played for the Mets for 2 years. And
So?
it was one of like 8 stops.
Okay. What does that mean? He's still experienced it?
I know, I'm just saying.
He may like New York. As much as people like to badmouth our city, and it's usually people that live here, I think we have the greatest city in the world.
Oh,
and
I
so
agree with you.
I always believe, forget the Mets or the Knicks or the Yankees or the Nets. It's not even about the teams. I believe that people who have the opportunity to work here and become a legend here are going to choose that. Look, you know what's going on in Houston with the Rockets. KD's going to demand another trade. And you know where he wants. Yeah, oh, yeah, he's done in Houston. He's absolutely done. He's probably not even that hurt. He's just like, I don't want to play.
Is he going to play at all?
No. And you know where he's going. You know where he's going.
Slag nut Nets.
What?
It'll be
The
announced.
Nets still in the league.
It'll be announced at Fanatics Festing.
Yeah. And he'll get
I mean,
booed.
he came to New York for a reason.
That's right. It's the greatest city in the world.
Well, no, he wanted to be here.
Yeah, because it's the greatest city in the
Yeah.
world.
And obviously for basketball, but for other stuff as well.
Yeah.
So why not come back?
Wouldn't that be kind of cool if he came back?
Yeah, he wanted to play in the greatest borough in the world.
That's right.
He really wanted to,
New York teams to do well other than the Brooklyn Nets.
he wanted to play with Michael Porter.
Well,
So he had to trade himself to get him to come back 3
I
years
think
later.
we'd have to trade him for him.
Unfortunately, in the salary matching up, that may not happen.
Nah, but the KD to the Knicks rumors are going to heat up again, and that's always fun to me. That's like an annual tradition.
Do you think the Knicks fan is still pining?
No, I think Knicks fans are bitter at him. I think
know,
there's
so-
a lot of
so
Knicks fans
why
who
are
would
they-
not want him.
Why would they be pining for him?
I never said they were. I said that those rumors will start. Just because rumors exist doesn't mean people are pining for him. But that's for the offseason. Knicks have work to do. In fact, when we come back, more on what they need to do specifically tonight to take Game 5. We'll also get back to your phone calls, 888-808-1019, the toll-free number. It is Evan and Tiki. We're here for another 2 hours with Sean Morash until the Carton Show with Big Mac.
Hospital for Special Surgery is ranked number 1 in orthopedics for 16 years in a row, according to U.S. News and World Report. When you choose HSS, you're receiving the best orthopedic care you can get. Now with expanded services in New Jersey, patients can receive world-class care from their first appointment through to surgery and follow-up care for sports injuries, joint replacements, spine care, and more. Learn more at hss.edu/New Jersey.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
You just knew it couldn't be that easy, didn't you? George Pickens is in no rush to sign his franchise tag with the Cowboys, apparently, despite reports over the weekend that he would. And honestly, who's surprised? The incredibly talented yet wildly mercurial wide receiver is going to do everything he can to force Dallas's hand this summer. And I don't think I'd be the only person totally unsurprised if this ends with Pickens playing somewhere else this year. I'm Chris Mack.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. It makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
We asked parents to share their journey of adopting teens.
They changed who I am because I can't see life without them in it.
Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Sun and clouds, high 67.
Weather brought to you by Staples. Epic parties start at Staples. Now you can grab Party City balloons, decorations, and tableware, plus matching custom invites, banners, and more right at Staples. That was easy.
Todd, I've come to Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram to make a declaration of deals on all Ram trucks at Ramsey.
John Montone, during the Declaration of Deals sales event happening now, you can save big on the heavy-duty truck you need to reliably haul the largest of loads year-round.
Lease a new 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 for $379 a month for 39 months. I do declare this is an offer that won't last long.
And here's another declaration. Ram is America's best full-size truck, complete with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
Declare yours today at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, home of
exceptional people, exceptional deals.
Call 833-853-2969 for details. VIN number TN300125. MSRP $64,575. $2,500 down plus tax, title, registration, and fees. 0 security deposit. Ends 4/30/26.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
This is Sal Licata. You definitely don't want your AC system to fail this summer. So call my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's air conditioning experts. Have them check your cooling system now. I know Edison Heating and Cooling. They are the real deal. Go to edisonhvac.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found tax relief advocates.
On news radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-491-9914. 800-491-9914. That's 800-491-9914.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Growing a brand is hard, but reaching the right customers shouldn't be. Meet Outcomes from Viant. We've built an intelligent platform that handles the complexity of digital advertising for you. Powered by advanced AI, we help your brand show up in the right places at the right time and ensure that every dollar you spend leads to a real business result. It's smarter advertising made simple. Visit Viant.ai.
Talk sports with Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle on The Carton Show. Afternoons from 2 to 7 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
A lot going on here on this busy Tuesday with a huge sports night. Yankees-Rangers playing Game 2 of their 3-game series with an incredibly sexy pitching matchup. DeGrom versus Schlittler. Carlos Mendoza is still the New York Mets manager, even though Rob Thompson is no longer the Phillies manager. He was fired within the last hour and a half, replaced by Don Mattingly on an interim basis. And then, of course, tonight at Madison Square Garden, very hot ticket.
Yeah.
It's like $400 just to get in. Game 5, Knicks-Hawks. And you can feel, Tiki, the difference between the way the Knick fan felt on Friday morning, kind of licking the wounds after a heartbreaking 1-point loss down in Atlanta, to the way they felt when we walked in here Monday morning.
Of course.
With their impressive pummeling of the Hawks on Saturday night. There feels like there's, believe it or not, tell me if I'm crazy, more confidence in the Knicks today than there even was going into the series.
No, I think you're right, because we finally saw them play in a way that was an advantage over their opponent. It wasn't, let's get lucky and find a way to win this game at the end. It was, we, as the better team, dominated you because we had, one, the better players, but two, a better game plan. And I think in the first few games of this series, the Knicks had the better player. The game plan was terrible. Like what Mike Brown was attempting to do wasn't working. He was getting out coached by Quinn Snyder.
Yep.
And so it just felt like Game 4 was a dominant player performance, especially by Cat, and then a dominant coaching performance by Mike Brown. That's why you feel confident.
Yeah.
Because if you combine those two, then the Knicks should win.
Yeah, I think it's sometimes how you win and the adjustments that you make. And I think seeing Karl Anthony Towns on Saturday night not only imposes will in a matchup that we all know he has a huge advantage on,
right?
But just be the best of Karl Anthony Towns as a passer, as a guy who can dominate down low, as just everything that we know Cat is capable of. It's the reason why he's so frustrating, is because we know what he's capable of doing, especially in a matchup like you have against Atlanta. When you see that, when you blow out Atlanta in a game in which, let's face it, Jalen Brunson has not played his best basketball. I think it was a reminder that while in the NBA playoffs, much like we talked earlier about Detroit-Orlando, you can't arrogantly roll the ball on the court and say, we're better, we're going to smoke them, because that's not how this works. But we know when the Knicks are clicking, when the Knicks are at their best, and we've seen their best at times throughout the regular season, they are far better than the Atlanta Hawks.
Right.
They're not a little bit better.
Right.
They're far better.
Right.
The concern has always been, what if we don't see the best of the New York Knicks?
And that's what happened.
That's what happened. And it's why Atlanta was able to, in a very lucky way, but wins are wins, steal Game 2 and Game 3 the way they did and put the pressure on the Knicks. But what the Knicks have proven to us, and this is why I got very sensitive and debated Sean earlier this season, is when Sean said the Knicks are frauds in the postseason. It bothered me because they're not. Like, they've been punched in the face. It feels like every postseason they're punched in the face.
Right.
And they've pretty much responded. Now, I know it hasn't always ended well, like what happened last year in the Eastern Conference Finals or the year before in the Eastern Conference Semifinals, but it's not like they've been punched in the face in the first round and not responded. They've always gone on runs. I would never look at them as frauds. They're not. And I think their response in Game 4 just reinforces that they're not.
Right.
I think what I expect them to do tonight at Madison Square Garden is actually very similar to what they did in Game 4. I think they are going to impose their will on a young, talented team that's just not as good as the New York Knicks. That's what I expect tonight.
Yeah, that's what should happen. And they're not frauds until they lose in the first round. Then you can claim that.
Yeah, dude, if they lost this series, and I think we all understand that, that would change many narratives about this team. But even down 2-1, Knick fans were worried around here. I don't want to, pick on... I never thought Gio or Craig, the two diehard Knick fans, I never thought that either one of them thought they were going to lose the series.
Yeah.
They were bothered like they should be as Knick fans. Of course you should be bothered. So I don't want to say Knick fans ever thought they weren't going to win this series, but Right now, I don't know how you don't think they're going to win the next 2 games.
Yeah, but they've made their path more difficult by not getting rid of them in 5 games. Now you could tire yourself out in 6 or 7 and go play a Celtic team.
I don't worry about this team being tired, though. The only thing you worry about is Jalen Brunson maybe being hurt.
Yeah, and the more games you play, the more you worry that an injury could pop up.
Right.
I think it's killed them the last 2 years.
Do you think Mike Francesa's talking about you, Sean?
What did he say?
What now?
I'm going to read this. You tell me. Just tweeted this about a half hour ago. The great Mike Francesa. We all love and respect. The studio we are working in is named after the great Mike Francesa. He just tweeted something, and I'm like, is he talking about Sean? Because you know the way Mike is. He's not going to call you out by name. He's just going to kind of allude to you.
Clown.
You ready?
Fascinated by this.
Are you ready?
Clown.
Interesting times. Anybody can have a podcast. Even unknowns who have never accomplished anything in our business.
No. No. Well, what does that have to do with me?
Because you host 2 podcasts.
No, I think this is about the social media storm between Frank Isola and this guy, Kenny Beecham.
Beecham?
Beecham.
Oh, you think he's chiming in on the Isola Beecham story?
Well, I
have to explain that real quick.
What
for
is
those
that
are
one?
not
I have
aware.
no idea.
Let Evan explain.
So
I'm in a Bill Belichick rabbit hole, but keep going.
Like an actual Bill Belichick rabbit hole?
Yeah, it's more Jordan Hudson.
Yeah, it's a different kind of rabbit hole.
And I'm on a what time does Hawks Knicks start Thursday rabbit hole.
So Kenny Beecham is a very popular YouTuber and also has a job at NBC talking about basketball. And I think he started, I don't know his full resume very well, but he's incredibly popular. He's gained a great audience. I think a lot of it with NBA 2K and talking about basketball on a national platform. So Sirius XM NBA Radio gave him a 1-hour show. Frank Isola was reading a live read for the new Kenny Beecham show, which subsequently takes an hour away from his show with Brian Scalabrine and himself, which is a very entertaining show. I've listened to them. So all love for them.
So how many hours was his show?
I
Isola's?
don't know for sure. I'm going to go from 4 to 3 was my guess.
Okay.
Maybe 3 to 2. I don't know.
Right. So he's giving up an hour of a show, which, by the way, this is not grossly affecting his paycheck. 4 to 3 hours?
Yeah,
that's amazing.
That happened to me and Joe.
No biggie.
And you know what? We loved it.
No biggie.
We're like, wait a second, you're paying us the same? And by the way, the reason we went from 4 to 3 was because of
Clown.
Mike Francesa upon his return.
All ties together.
Anyhow, so Frank took a shot at Kenny basically saying, who is this guy? No one knows who he is.
Right.
I'm more famous than him. It came across kind of, and I like Frank, but it came across very douchey. And so a lot of people have come to Kenny Beecham's defense. So what Sean is claiming here is that Mike's random tweet about how anybody could have a podcast, you are claiming as a shot at Kenny Beecham?
Well, I don't know why it would be a shot at me. I mean, I work at the station he used to work at and do more than podcasting. And to be honest, I learned all about Kenny Beecham last night. I'm proud of the guy. It seems like he rose to stardom fairly significantly, but that's what it would sound like, right? Like you were doing a lot of YouTube work, podcasting, and now anybody could have it. Now look at you, like you're in a fight with Frank Isola. That almost sounds like Mike's siding with Isola.
You think so? Mike's going loyal to Frank by calling out Kenny Beecham?
Mike's going with the old curmudgeon guy.
He probably thinks Frank is aggrieved by this.
Well.
And just kind of doing it reluctantly because it's, company business.
Well, Frank was attacked by everybody for his comments, including Tyrese Halliburton came out.
Did he really?
And
yeah.
I don't know if this...
What?
Yeah, he quote tweeted Kenny Beecham. He had Kenny Beecham's back.
He had Kenny's back.
Wow.
And I admit, and this is why maybe Frank Isola and Kenny Beecham are working us all. Like, it's very possible because I can only speak for myself.
Never heard it either.
I was not familiar with Kenny.
Never.
When Frank did this douchery thing to him, what did I immediately do? I checked out Kenny.
I followed him now.
And I find him very entertaining. So I am now a Kenny Beecham
fan. So it's a work.
Fan.
It's definitely a work.
I don't know. Maybe a convenient work.
It's not a work.
It's not a work?
I'm just going to say.
Seriously?
Listen, I'm not
Why
going
would Frank Isola attack a guy who works for his own company?
I'm not going to get into the details.
That basically works right after him.
Clown.
This is not Frank Isola's first rodeo bashing people who have worked their way up behind the scenes. And
okay, but this would be like, I'm trying to think of the perfect analogy. It'd be like us bashing Craig.
No. But okay, so the reason in context, Frank Isola had to do a read for his company that said this hour just got better. And he took it as a shot at him because the hour got taken away. So I think he was bashing more the company writing that promo.
That's jacked up.
I have to read a promo that's saying what I used to do is not good enough. This got better. That's what started the significance of this.
Okay,
that's
so
why I think he's bashing.
Is there a fact?
What do you mean? Did it get better?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, that's not fair for me to say.
I have no idea.
All I know
I'm
is
just asking. I'm trying to be an independent IRO.
I haven't listened to a second of Kenny Beecham, nor that I saw the show personally, to tell you.
I listen to Franken's Veal every once in a while, especially when there's a big basketball story, so I like them. I wasn't familiar with Kenny. I listened to him yesterday, and I like him. So did it get better?
Is he better than Franken?
It's very different, but I liked it.
But it got better.
All I know is I know
So you're
about
saying
him.
it got better?
You know what? It got better.
You know what? It's not better than any of the content we have here on WFAN.
There you go.
You know where I'd side with it got better? Have you ever heard Al Dukes' philosophy on talk radio?
No.
It's a very interesting one. Al Dukes believes, now the company will never do this because of the cost, and it is very expensive. He says that every radio show should only be 2 hours. That expanding it to 3 or 4, he doesn't think is worth it. It'd be more jam-packed. Guys would have great energy because, you hear Boomer at the end of a 4-hour show. He's falling asleep. Even Gio called him out on it today.
Yeah.
So Al's always said 2 hours at a time. So based on that logic, then yes, they got better.
Yeah.
Based on that.
Okay.
All I know is, who's Mike talking about? There's a lot of speculation.
He's probably got Frank's back.
You think? A lot of people think he's talking about Frank the Tank.
Maybe
which
he's
is
talking
not
about
nice.
you and Hoffman in the Rico.
Maybe he's talking about me, and maybe he's talking about Big Mac.
Maybe he's talking about Tiki and a cheerleading podcast.
I'm glad I don't have a podcast. By the way, speaking of, so I've got to the bottom of this. So Jordan Hudson.
You're back to the Belichick rabbit hole.
Who's 24 years old.
Yes.
She's still competing in cheer competitions. She's in an international non-tumbling level 7 team called Code Black. They're based out of North Carolina. So they were down at the Cheerleading Worlds, which, by the way, my cheer gym was down there. CJ, kudos to Team Guns, who won this past weekend at Worlds. They had the trifecta. They won majors. They won NCAA, which was one of the toughest ones in the regular season, and then they won Worlds. So we don't play at CJA with Team Gun. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
And Patty Ann, who's done an amazing job with that team. But she posted a photo with a ring on because they won. Code Black won this co-ed non-tumbling cheerleading Worlds and said, "Roses up for Bill the Wag." Meaning Bill is the wag.
Oh, Bill's the wag.
The wife and girlfriends comparing her rig to whatever. So it's getting a lot of I don't know what pushback, whatever.
I'm
support,
sure.
Love, hate.
Probably hate from Patriot
everything
fans,
with Bill Belichick being the wag for Jordan Hudson.
Now, hold on. When was this posted?
This was posted on Sunday because this cheerleading Worlds happened. Team Guns won yesterday. I was watching it when we were leaving. Right, they won yesterday. So
Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's posting about Bill Belichick being a supportive wag on Sunday in the midst of the Mike Vrabel weekend with therapy and everything, and we're supposed to believe that Belichick and Jordan Hudson played no hand.
I mean, look, the cheerleading Worlds were yesterday. Were this past weekend.
But the timing of showing how supportive he is of his significant other.
Sean, now you're reaching because they can't help when cheerleading Worlds was.
So you're saying that this is evidence that Bill and Jordan were behind the Diana Rossini, Mike Vrabel leaks? Is that what you're saying?
Must like at one point when the Tampa Bay Rays offensive stats were better at home. I'm just asking questions.
Meanwhile, this whole conversation started because Mike Francesa took random shots at podcasters.
Clown.
That's all it came from. And the Knicks are going to smoke the Hawks tonight.
Oh, and on Knicks-Hawks, if Portland wins tonight, the Knicks-Hawks game will tip off at 7:30 Thursday. If San Antonio wins tonight, the Knicks-Hawks game will tip off at 7 o'clock Thursday.
That's a very big, for the most part, no biggie, I think.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about only a half-hour start time difference.
But it's not at 8 is the point.
Yeah, it will not be an 8 o'clock tip. Tonight is an 8 o'clock tip. And then Thursday, Game 6, someone looking to eliminate the other team in Atlanta will either be a 7 or 7:30 game. And then if we get to a Game 7, it would be Saturday at some point. As it stands right now, I believe the Knicks are going to win the next 2 games. That would be my gut.
Which was my gut at the beginning.
Yeah.
Knicks in 6.
I have to tell you, and I'm very proud of this. So before this series started, we all made our predictions. And I joke that everyone makes predictions, but no one actually saves it. So we went out of our way with the help of the archivist Dan to cut everybody at this radio station's predictions on Knicks Hawks. So when this series is over, you will not just hear how we did, you'll hear how everybody did.
Of course.
So great job by the archivist.
Good job, archivist.
Just about everybody made a pick. There were a few people that just didn't. Like, they never said. Like, I'll give you an example. You know who actually, and maybe I didn't find it, and he could correct me if I'm wrong. You know who actually never made an on-the-record prediction and how many games this series would end?
Big Mac? This is an easy one.
Big Mac?
How'd you know?
It was Chris McMonaco, his fat ass.
How'd you know that?
I think he skirts through. He wants to just put his hands up and be able to be critical. Big Mac is not big on predictions, if you listen.
Interesting. Like, Craig made a prediction. I have it. Boomer and Gio made predictions. I have it.
Yeah, ultimately, it doesn't matter because you're ultimately going to be wrong at some point about something you predict.
No,
So
not
just
necessarily.
predict.
You could have a perfect year. You could be right the entire time.
But did Craig ask him and then just talked for 3 straight minutes and never let him make it?
Well, you two have some kind of relationship, man. Yeah, I don't know. I pulled it, so
Okay,
I didn't
all right.
listen to the whole segment. I'm sorry. Let's go to Mo in Whitestone. What's up, Mo?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How are you?
Good.
A quick thing. I know everybody's talking about Mendoza, but really my concern is Stearns not being fired before the trade deadline, because just please look up all his trades. I know you've probably done this before, but do it from the entire time. And during the off season, I had no problem with him cleaning house, by getting rid of Alonzo, McNeil, and Nimmo. My problem is that he had no plan. That's like me renovating my house, ripping out the walls, the floors, and then being like, oh, I didn't buy any tiles. And then I go to the store, the Home Depot, and I'm like,
Mo, I think he had a plan. Now, I don't like the plan, but I'll describe it to you because I do think there was a plan, and I think this is a part of the problem that David Stearns has had here. I think he doesn't have the pulse of players and roster building in this regard. Here's what I think his plan was, okay? And I'm just surmising.
Okay.
His plan was, I'm not giving out long-term contracts. I want good players. I'll pay them a premium on short-term deals, but I want the flexibility to move on from whoever we get. So whether it was Kyle Tucker, who they didn't get, or Bo Bichette, who they did get, I think their game plan wasn't about, I want this player or that player. It was all about contracts and movability. And I think that was his plan. And unfortunately, that has no pulse for building a roster.
No.
Does that make sense?
No, it absolutely does. And we're seeing it. We're seeing the result of that play itself out. And it's not as if it's a bad idea, because you do have to cleanse yourself sometimes before you can really rebuild. But it's not fun for Met fans, and they're letting it be known.
Let's go to Ron in Brooklyn. Hey, Ron.
Hey, fellas. Thanks for taking my call. Evan, I'm an avid Rico listener. Emailed when the background of your camera was fully dark when we lost Pete.
Yes, appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll be watching every episode because it's like I'm a sick freak. But last night, I got to push back a little bit. Last night you said that if the Mets were to bring in a new manager, you don't think it would put a seat in a butt in the ballpark, if you will. Now, as a season ticket holder, I disagree. I think it's really the only thing that could get me there. I don't know if it's going to be Cora anymore, but if it's a Beltran or someone else, that's really my only incentive to go at this point.
Here's the problem I always have when I say something like, this isn't going to get anybody to do this.
Right.
There's always an anybody, right? So Ron, to his credit, called up this radio station and said, Evan, you claimed on the Rico firing the manager will not put one fanny in the seat. You're wrong. I'd go to a game. I obviously can't tell you you're wrong about your intentions.
Yeah, because you're going to do what you're going to do.
But there isn't going to be a viable attendance shift based on firing the manager. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You're not seeing a difference. There's going to be nobody in the ballpark today or tomorrow, and I don't think it would make a hell of beans if Mendy was managing or Andy Green was managing.
Well, think about what firing a manager actually means. It means you sucked, and so you're bad, and things aren't where you thought they would be. So why are you now saying things are going to change? It's not like this is a team that's under – the team – and you know all the pieces, and they're just underachieving, so the manager's got to go. This is a new team that you don't know if they're going to ever put it together collectively, individually or collectively, and the manager's also bad. If you fire the manager, it could get worse. So I think I agree with you. Firing the manager is not a way to get people to come to the ballpark. I think it makes them not want to come to the ballpark.
Yeah, I just don't think it makes a difference.
Yeah.
The only thing that's going to make a difference in terms of Met fans showing up is winning. And the biggest joke around town, and it's been out there, and I'll repeat it, is if you go to SeatGeek, the get-in price to go to a Met game tonight is cheaper than buying a hot dog at a Met game. And I understand it and feel it full well.
Now, what was that they put in the Mets shit?
Oh, that a taco is cheaper? Oh, no, a
Yes.
ticket is cheaper than a taco.
Ticket to Nationals, this is it. Ticket to the Nationals and Mets is $8.
Yeah.
A Taco Bell Crunch Wrap Supreme is $8.99.
Yeah, no, it's pathetic.
That says more about the Crunch Wrap Supreme.
I mean, it could be epic, though.
And I'm feeling it the worst because I have season tickets. I am not going to tonight's game, not because of their struggles, but because my youngest son has a Little League game. And I got 4 tickets, and I can't sell them. I can't give them away. I'm at the point of somebody please take them from me. I have to pay someone to take them.
And a Knick game don't help either.
Knick game doesn't help. The Grom versus Schlittler doesn't help. It just, nothing helps.
It's a distant third.
Oh, my God. So I'm stuck, and I'm not the only one. I'm just representing a lot of people. We are stuck with tickets that for whatever reason we can't use tonight because life happens. You can't go to all 81. And it's like, what the hell do I do with this? The old joke is at least I could set it on fire and make a fire. Now it's digital. I can't even set it on fire. It's just sitting there, and it's worthless.
Speaking of DeGrom, are you going next week? He's scheduled to pitch at Yankee Stadium.
Is that true? See, I wasn't working ahead.
Yeah, Max Manus did a whole cutout.
Oh, that is such an Evan Roberts thing to do.
And if you do the math,
What a loser.
he will start at Yankee Stadium next week versus Elmer Rodriguez.
Really? What day is that?
I think it's a week from tonight, I think. Go back and look at the tweet now.
Wow. Well, DeGrom is starting tonight, so if they have an off day, it would be 6 days later, so you're talking about Monday.
It says...
But on Monday, they play the Orioles, Monday, May 4th, and today is Tuesday.
He has Tuesday. Elmer Rodriguez, Jacob DeGrom. And how about this? Elmer Rodriguez's third start, Sunday, May 10th, versus Brandon Sproat.
No, I don't care about that as much. He's long gone. He got me thinking about Yankees-Rangers on a Tuesday night.
Tuesday night with Jake in the house?
Mets play in Colorado, 8:40 first pitch. We don't know about Knicks Celtics yet. Not to get ahead of myself, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Don't know about Knicks Celtics yet. Got to check that out. I would say it's on the table, Sean.
Oh, how about this, though?
I am much more likely, real quick, to go pay to see DeGrom than I would to see Alonso.
Well, I was going to say.
Yeah,
I thought you were already hooked in to go see Alonso.
Yeah, I changed my plans. Not going.
Oh, okay.
I got family stuff.
But the Met fan can go on Monday night and Tuesday night back-to-back to see Alonso and DeGrom.
We're such losers.
Come see the Mets at Yankee Stadium.
There's at least one Met fan doing both back-to-back.
I mean,
1,000%.
Compared to watching the actual Mets?
Yeah.
Where you get to see Bo Bichette? I mean, which one are you picking?
Oh, and Nimmo will be there, too.
And who could forget Brandon Nimmo? Wow. So, yeah, if you're a real sick, perverse Met fan, just go to Yankee Stadium. That's all you got to do.
Who are you rooting for?
Well, you root for the former Mets against the Yankees. No Met fan roots for the Yankees. You know that.
Do you hate them?
Do I hate who?
Your former Mets.
No. Which former Met do I hate?
I'm just asking.
The only former Met that I think Met fans have turned on is Diaz because of the perception.
Oh, wait, yeah, the way he kind of chose L.A.
Yeah, and it was the Dodgers.
And then they did that stupid whatever promo.
Right, the video.
He came to win a championship.
Yeah, he's chasing rings.
Yeah.
I think in the case of Alonso and DeGrom and Nimmo, there is no hate at all. Sean will give us a Cinco de Luncho. We'll get back to your calls at 888-808-1019. And I'm going to play you a clip. And I want everybody to imagine if this was done by Woody Johnson or John Mara, how we would react to it. It's all coming up. It's Evan and Tiki here on The Fan.
If you are looking to update your wardrobe, check out Collars & Co. You might have seen them on Shark Tank where they landed a deal with Mark Cuban. They're the team behind the dress collar polo that sold over 1 million shirts. Well, now they've launched the Maverick Performance Blazer, and this thing is legit. Sharp, lightweight, and completely wrinkle-resistant, making it perfect for travel. Just pack it up, and it comes out looking fresh. Plus, get smart features like security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So hit up my boys over at Collars & Co. Use code Tiki for 20% off. That's at collarsandco.com.
This portion of the program is sponsored by Ray Cattina, Mercedes-Benz of Edison. It's also sponsored by the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety.
Mercedes-Benz of Edison has done it again. Named the 2026 Mercedes-Benz Dealer of the Year by Cars.com in New Jersey and the entire U.S. Expect exceptional service, an unmatched selection, and a luxury experience you won't find anywhere else. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Edison or RayCatinaEdison.com.
Texting and driving? Big risk, big consequences. You risk traffic tickets, fines, and if you crash and injure someone, you could even go to prison. Pay attention or pay the price. Brought to you by the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety.
The Knicks got it done in Atlanta to even things up with the Hawks. A Game 5 showdown looms on 33rd and 7th as Captain Clutch looks to lead his squad and take back control of the series. The latest breaking Knicks news, the biggest Knicks opinions, and the most trusted voices delivering them all live here. Your home for New York sports is 101.9 FM WFAN.
If we're being honest, guys in this town, pretty confident. And hey, that's not a bad thing. But are you willing to put it to the test? California Cryobank is looking for healthy men to become sperm donors. You can earn up to $2,400 a month, plus get free health and genetic screenings. And more importantly, you're helping families who can't do this on their own. So if you really think you've got it, and you know who you are, put it to good use. Apply now and see if you qualify. Check out spermbank.com to learn more.
When it comes to getting the guaranteed lowest price on Falcon tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire. And when it comes to getting more free services for life than anywhere else on Falcon tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire. So when you're in the market for the best deal on Falcon tires, get to Town Fair, because nobody beats a Town Fair tire deal. And I mean absolutely nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra vutrisiran is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
For all station contest rules, go to WFAN.com/rules.
Calling all hoops fans. Ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. From same-game parlays to live bets, you can call your shots during any play. Rooting for your favorite players? You'll find all sorts of markets for betting on any star's performance on any given night of the playoffs. Don't miss a single highlight or buzzer-beating shot by getting all your picks in with BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot? Download the app today. Make your bets and experience the thrill of the NBA playoffs like never before. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
866-323-7529. 250 Pele, Saddlebrook. Diana Magala, licensed in New York and New Jersey. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Standing right here at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, I do hereby declare a declaration of deals on all Jeeps at Ramsey.
And during the Declaration of Deals sales event happening now, you can save big on a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Laredo X 4x4.
Lease for $199 a month for 24 months or purchase with 0% APR financing for 60 months.
And no monthly payment for 90 days.
Check out the new 2026 Jeep Wrangler 4-Door Sport S 4x4. Lease for just $359 a month for 36 months.
Or purchase and get 0% APR for 36 months and no monthly payments for 90 days.
The Declaration of Deals sales event happening now at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
Exceptional people, exceptional deals.
Call 833-853-2969 for details. $2,500 down plus tax, title, registration, and fees. Zero security deposit. VIN number S8737680. MSRP $46.75. APR $16.67 per month for $1,000 finance. VIN number TW241148. MSRP $49.710. APR $27.78 per month for $1,000 finance. Ends 4/30/26.
Whoa. Okay. This one says you get a free phone if you switch. Hey, this one also says you get a free phone if you switch.
Yeah, they all do, hon.
Wait. The T-Mobile one says family saved over $3,700 versus the other big guys in the past 5 years. And their experience plans have Netflix included, plus a year of Dash Pass by DoorDash.
Hang on. Let me see that. And a 5-year price guarantee? Oh, yeah, we're switching.
That's what I'm talking about. Do we clap now, or...?
I'm thinking high five.
At T-Mobile, get savings that keep stacking up. That's value you can feel every day. Switch now at T-Mobile.
Savings based on Harris X billing snapshots from Q3 2021 to Q4 2025 among accounts with 3+ voice lines compared to AT&T and Verizon, excluding discounts, credits, and optional charges. See harrisx.com/T-Mobile. Price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
We mentioned earlier that Bob Nightingale was reporting that the Phillies offered their managerial job to Alex Cora. John Heyman confirming that. So the Phillies did try to get the big fish when firing Rob Thompson. Alex Cora elected to spend time with his family, did not take the job, which is a sign that he probably would do the same with the New York Mets if they offered it to Alex Cora. Not a surprise. A, he probably likes his family. And B, he is still owed $7 million this year and next year.
Right.
And so to not work, why not just take the paycheck and wait for more opportunities? So Alex Cora is very unlikely to manage a baseball team in 2026.
And that's smart.
I think it is very smart for him.
It's better to evaluate the season and then evaluate your options next year.
Yeah, and where this
next season, I should say.
Where this impacts the Mets is simply if they fire Mendy, which they still haven't done, whoever they hire, you would want to have as the interim manager so that you are in the sweepstakes for Alex Cora and his availability. So I think that probably eliminates a Carlos Beltran or any other big-name manager you want to come up with that's sitting on the seat right now, and it leads you back to Andy Green or Kai Correa. Now, I'll play a clip for you real quick because when I hear things in sports, I always say, what would we do? Like, how would we react to this? And so yesterday, the general manager, or I think it was 2 days ago, but the general manager of the Baltimore Ravens, Eric DeCosta, was explaining one of his draft picks. And in doing so, said something that if this was ever uttered about Woody Johnson or uttered about John Mara, we would lose our collective minds. Take a listen to Eric DeCosta explaining one of his draft picks.
Adam Randall's an interesting pick. I think it is. You'll probably see the video at some point. It's the first draft pick that Steve Bisciotti's ever made. So, when we were down in Florida, Steve was begging for a draft pick, and he owns the team. I said, yes, Steve. And so, of course, you're going to have a draft pick. And so we decided on our last fifth-round pick. He did his research. He studied the tape.
Could you imagine?
No.
Could you imagine if Darren Muji sat there and said, Woody was begging for a pick. And I said, well, he's the owner. He gets to make the decision. And Woody watched the tape and made a decision on a draft pick.
I mean, this is interestingly takes you so far back to how it used to be in the NFL. Now, this is before the evolution of scouting and the analytics of scouting and all that other stuff, but this is what Wellington Mara used to do.
It was a long time ago, though.
I understand this, but Wellington Mara made a name for himself not because he was the great owner of the New York Giants. It was because he was a great scout.
Right.
And he scouted all these amazing players, a lot of whom became coaches, including Tom Landry, right? And so I feel like Steve Bisciotti channeling the 1950s, 40s is kind of cool, especially because they had multiple fifth-round picks.
Tiki. Again, if this was Woody Johnson, would you say, quote, this is kind of cool?
No, because I don't trust Woody Johnson to do the work to put it to make it happen.
Look at Madden ratings.
I trust Bisciotti to do that.
Yeah. I get it because Steve Bisciotti's a good owner, but still,
what's
man.
What's her name? Miss Ursay, whatever her last name is.
Yeah, the one who takes the notes.
widow?
Carly Ursay.
Carly Ursay. Didn't she have another last name?
I think Carly might be the other last. I don't know.
Maybe. I can't remember. Whatever. The owner who took over for at the Indianapolis Colts, she was like truly digging in. And now, would I trust her? No, but I would actually believe she'd put the work in to actually get the right person.
So you're just assuming Woody would not put the work in?
No.
He would just be like, whoever Trump called me and told me to take,
he'd ask his son.
I'm going to back up Biscotti here because this was the guy I woke up on Saturday morning and tweeted the Giants should run to the podium and take on day 3 was Adam Randall.
Wow, so Steve Bisciotti screwed you.
Yeah, Tiki, when Adam Randall got drafted by the Ravens in real time, did I not text you right away?
He stole our guy.
Oh, that's who you were referring to?
This exact player was my day 3 target for the Giants.
You're thinking like a billionaire owner.
I loved him in college. He's just big and dynamic and just, I don't know, he's an impactful player.
It's not that he can't be good. It's that we would freak out and lose our minds if Joe Shane or Darren Muji said,
Would we?
Yes! Yes! Sean, speak for Giant fans. Would you be a little upset, more than a little upset, if all of a sudden John Harbaugh and Joe Shane were like, yeah, by the way, that 5th round pick, John came in and said, I want to make a pick.
Our immediate reaction would be, what the hell are we paying the football guys for? I'm with you. I can't kill the pick if I'm on the record of loving the pick.
That right.
So I'm in a weird spot here now, Ev. But I agree with you that we as New Yorkers would not react kindly. I don't know why you're admitting this if you're the Ravens, by the way.
Why? I think it's the way for DaCosta to eliminate blame if the pick doesn't work.
But are you really going to be blamed if a 5th round pick doesn't work out?
No.
You know what I mean? If you admit that in the 1st round, it's a bigger issue. In the 5th round, you're not going to be blamed anyway, so why even admit it?
Yeah. Maybe Bisciotti wanted him to admit it. Say, put my name on that one.
Put my name out there.
Yeah, so if it becomes a big deal, he becomes a really good player. They had back-to-back picks in the 5th round. And so, they had back-to-back picks in the 5th round as well as a pick earlier in the 5th round. So they had 3 picks in the 5th round.
So that made it okay? That made it fine.
They took Chandler Rivers, a cornerback from Duke. They then took, with the 33rd pick, Josh Cuevas, a tight end from Alabama, and then Adam Randall with the very next pick, a running back from Clemson.
I'm going to assume that they gave Biscotti like a list of 3 names and said, which one of these 3? You know what I mean? Like it wasn't just a wild, wild west of the 200 guys on the board.
Here's your choice of 2 different people.
Yeah.
Pick one of them.
Right.
Let's get back to
Hold on.
God, he's versatile, too. Converted wide receiver. Like, it's a good pick for him.
Yeah. The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Is perfect steak possible? Discover how at chefiq.com. This from Adam Schefter. The Steelers placed the rare UFA tender on Aaron Rodgers today, meaning he can accept the 10% raise off last year's salary, which will pay him about $15 million this season. But the other condition is Rodgers can only sign with the Steelers once training camp starts.
So what does that really do? It controls his salary.
What? Hold on. They put on the
unrestricted free agent tender on Aaron Rodgers, meaning I don't know if this is something that exists after the draft, but Aaron Rodgers has from now until training camp to negotiate and sign with somebody other than Pittsburgh.
And if he does, then what does Pittsburgh get?
Nothing.
But what it does is Rodgers cannot take a sweet ass time once training camp starts. They know you're a Steeler or not.
Oh, I got you. So if he doesn't sign with the Steelers, he can't sign with anybody else.
Once training camp starts.
Right.
Is protecting themselves from Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers and taking this thing into August and saying, you know what, I changed my mind.
That means that any conversations that they're having are not going well or not happening at all.
Is that how you take it?
Well, why else would you put an unrestricted free agency tag on him that prevents him come training camp from going someplace else? Because if you're Aaron Rodgers, your best bet is to, if you don't want to play for Pittsburgh, you probably are going to retire. But if Daniel Jones gets hurt in training camp or is not able to come back from his Achilles tear, then I could go to Indy.
Yeah, I think they're protecting themselves from that.
Once training camp starts, it's 2 weeks in, the Colts need a quarterback. I'm available. It's a place that I could probably win right now. So that's what the Steelers, it seems like, are protecting themselves against. But it also tells me that Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers aren't having any kind of productive conversation.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's Aaron Rodgers continuing to push things off, and the Steelers are going to say, you know what, we'll allow you to push it off, but we're going to put a fake deadline out there.
Yeah.
And that deadline is we're not going to allow you to go to another team. If you go to another team, it better be right now.
Yeah.
It better be in the next month.
By the way, that Bisciotti pick, both compensatory picks. So they were like free picks.
So you're saying it's okay.
They
You're
weren't traded for.
explaining it away.
They weren't given away. This was because people signed elsewhere. Compensatory free picks.
I'll ask you again.
Mm-hmm.
Compensatory free or not, if Woody Johnson made that pick, what would we say?
I wouldn't care about it. It's a compensatory fifth round.
You'd have to calm me down.
It's a compensatory free pick.
I'd lose
Honestly,
my mind.
I'd just be like, all right, whatever.
Okay.
John Heyman is backing up the Nightingale report that Cora was offered the job by the Philadelphia Phillies.
Yes, indeed. We talked about that before. Now feed
Did
us,
you?
Sean.
I'm sorry.
Because
All
we're
right.
hungry.
I'm trying to look at breaking news. Here we go.
Sean Moraes in the booth. Somebody hide the queso. Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling. No! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking, nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
Let's go. Cinco de Luncho is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything, everywhere. All right, we're getting revved up. We got, 7 hours to go. The 5 reasons tonight is a must-win game for the New York Knicks. Here we go.
Here we go!
Number 5.
Atlanta's already clinched a baseball playoff spot. We're not getting that in the National League in baseball here. We need the Knicks to knock Atlanta out quickly.
Already clinched a spot.
Look at that division.
Jeez.
Wow. At a
Division's
minimum, they're a wild
over.
card.
He's outselling Sal. The NL East is over.
Or at least one NL playoff spot is over at a minimum.
Number 4.
The Celtics are going to be rested. You saw the way they mowed over the Sixers the other night. You don't want them sitting there for 5 days while you're scrapping out into a Game 7.
Yeah, I think
Number 3.
that's a big part of it. And I know that the business at hand is more important than anything, but you don't want to give the Celtics any extra advantage, and getting a few extra days of rest would certainly be one of them.
All right, number 3. We want to avoid Giannis trade talk as long as we can on the fan.
Yes, it'll happen immediately.
Yeah, could happen tomorrow if they lose tonight.
Number 2.
The Pistons may be toast. We sat here talking about how they own the Knicks in the regular season. If you're setting up that next round could be the Eastern Conference Final, get out of the series as fast as possible. And last but not least,
Number 1.
Evan needs to make resale money on his Knicks tickets because the Mets tickets are worthless now. The biggest reason I got to win tonight.
You know, obviously, if they lose tonight, it would be a major letdown to Knicks fans. I am certainly not going to come in here and tell you they can't win the series. Are you kidding me? So I don't look at it as a must-win. I think must-win is a very much an overused cliche in sports. It's not.
Is it a can't lose?
No, I don't think it's either. It would be
got to have it?
No, it'd be a buzzkill if they lost. I think Knicks fans would again go back to questioning this roster and this head coach and this team in terms of the sustainability of winning a championship, but I still would think they'd win the series.
I think it's just you're at home, you're supposed to win. It's not anything other than a supposed to win.
That's a got to have it.
This is the ninth.
Yes.
The 9th best of 7 series that the Knicks have played in the first round. Okay, because remember in 2003, it went from best of 5 to best of 7. So this is the 9th time the New York Knicks are involved in a best of 7 series in the opening round of the playoffs. This is the first time the series was tied 2-2. In none of those 8 previous first-round series has the series been tied 2-2. They've either been up 3-1
Interesting.
or down 3-1. Or the series was over because they did get swept in one of them.
Right.
Or 2 of them, I should say. One of them to my team, and then one a few years later against Boston. Isn't that kind of crazy?
It is kind of crazy.
You like that one. Sometimes I give Tiki stats, and it's like, yeah, it's stupid. And I give it anyway because someone will find it interesting.
Yeah.
And it's up to the people to determine what is interesting and not. But, yeah, this is the 9th time the Knicks are playing a best-of-7 first-round series. And for the very first time in their history, since 2003, because that's when the format changed, that they are tied 2-2 in a best-of-7 first-round series.
Yeah, so then you take this as a failure on part of the Knicks because it shouldn't be 2-2.
You know why I don't look at it that way? And I get your point, that the bar was they're going to beat them in 5, they're going to beat them in 4. Here's why I don't look at it that way. And I'm going to use a specific example, a frame of reference. The 2008 Boston Celtics, the most overrated NBA champions of all time, but nevertheless, NBA champions. They won over 60 games that year. That was the first year of Garnett, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, right? They played the young Atlanta Hawks in the first round. And if memory serves correct, you could look it up. I think the Hawks that year won 39 games. They were a below 500 team. That series went 7. Right? That went 7.
Right.
That had a chance to be the biggest upset in the history of the NBA. And they won. They took care of business. And it didn't matter when Boston went on and won an NBA championship. So I think we overrate. It's the same thing with Detroit right now. That's why I said earlier in the show that if Detroit comes back and beats Orlando down 3-1, it could be the best thing that ever happened to them. Like, yeah, are there negatives to having to play a long series? Sure. We just talked about that potential negative for the Knicks. But the positives may be the lessons that are learned. And the end result may not matter if you play the right kind of basketball in the following rounds.
Yeah.
So I like to use the 08 Celtics as an example on why winning in 7 or winning in 5, and a lot of times doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I hear you, but that Celtics team also felt like they had their future, and they were still like inching towards it. The Knicks feel like they're at their. This is the apex.
That was a veteran team, though. I mean, that was an older team that just got cobbled together when they made the Garnett trade and they made the Ray Allen trade. So I think they were in their primes,
right?
But I don't know how long they thought the time would last.
Right.
Of that run.
I remember thinking it would last for a while.
Yeah.
It didn't, obviously, but it felt like it would last multiple years.
I remember thinking going into that 08 season that the Jason Kidd, Richard Jefferson, Vince Carter Nets were going to beat them. And they didn't even survive the season because that was the year Jason Kidd got traded before the trade deadline. And so the team got disbanded. And the Celtics they didn't have a dynasty, but they did get to a few NBA finals, as we know. But they only won 1.
Right.
And that's why I think they're the most overrated champion of all time because Doc Rivers walks around like he's the hoot patoot because of that NBA championship.
It's only overrated because of how people look at Doc Rivers.
And the way they look at Garnett's legacy and Pierce's legacy. I think it also involves them, too. They are regarded way too high for a team that only won one championship.
But I think part of that is their personalities.
Maybe.
And it's just so it still sits on your conscious and your psyche, even though they only won 1.
I get you. Jim in West Harrison. Hey, Jim.
And I say that like it's hard.
Hey, guys.
It's hard to win.
It is hard.
Go ahead, Jim.
Hey, guys. We're not the only crazy people, right?
There's a few crazy people.
About the Mets. I mean, beside our dumbass WFN host, and the other wackos.
Okay.
Huh?
I don't know what you're saying. Besides the dumbass WFAN host, I'm not sure if you're referring to me or others.
Well, the big Met fans out there.
Okay.
Tell me how the odds makers picked the Mets in second in the National League.
Oh, you mean at the beginning of the season?
Oh, why did
at the beginning of the season?
Why did Vegas?
I mean, we were believers. We were believers. We believed in what people were telling us. We believe what the odd makers were saying.
I think they should have been. If we're being fair about this, because I don't want to rewrite history and say that Vegas should have said the Mets were going to suck. I never understood why they were ahead of Philadelphia. Like, the Phillies have earned that. And I know they're off to a bad start, too. But I thought the Phillies had earned that respect of being ahead of them. Atlanta's had down years. Did you trust Chicago off of last year? Did you trust Milwaukee trading away Freddie Peralta? Did you trust San Diego? So I think you have to look at the entire National League. And outside of the Dodgers and the Phillies.
Well, not the Padres.
I don't think they had earned it as much as those other two teams. If you're just asking, I'm trying to be fair about this and describing where they should have been.
Well, they had Mason Miller.
Okay,
right?
They were also looking to trade him during the offseason.
Yeah.
And those rumors are out there. I don't want to redo history.
No,
the Padres are off to a great start. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying from the moment that the offseason was going on and it was completed, why were the Mets regarded as highly as they were?
Right.
My only quibble would have been having them ahead of the Phillies. And again, what do the Phillies look like? They just changed their manager. But I think the rest of the National League also featured enough questions that the Mets' talent was enough to put them up
I think
there.
the biggest thing with the Mets, and this wasn't just us, this was kind of everybody, including the odds makers, you weren't taking into account a lack of chemistry. You weren't taking into account that this team hasn't ever played together. The collective, edge, like that collective edge that the Yankees had. You don't even think about that. You just think about the players on a spreadsheet, and this player, this player, this player, this player, this pitcher, this pitcher, this pitcher, this manager. They should be good, as opposed to what it actually takes to be a team. Now, it's hard to say that in baseball because baseball is an individual game played collectively, but you still look at it on paper and say, this is a good team.
Right.
But in execution, it hasn't been that way at all.
No, so far they've been the worst team money could buy part 2.
Yeah.
Mike in Matawan. What's up, Mike?
Oh, no, Mike from Madison, New Jersey. How are you?
My apologies. Mike in Madison, New Jersey. What's going on, man?
So, one quick point about your show. I was a big Mike and the Mad Dog caller for 25 years. I'm back because of you guys. You talk sports, you talk New York sports, and you're passionate.
Well, we appreciate that.
Thank you, man.
The next thing for you, Evan, after seeing this Mets collapse, it's made me realize, I don't know, as a Yankee fan, how I bash Cashman every year for 93 to 100 wins. Now that being said, if he doesn't go get Miller and Machado for Lagrange, Jones, Dominguez, and Hess, then he can kick rocks. I want him out of here.
Well, okay, so a couple of things, because I heard Boomer do this morning, and I just don't understand why he and others do this. We are a city with multiple sports teams.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We have multiple teams. Our perspectives on each of those teams in the same sport can sometimes be very different. Right now, the Jets and the Giants are in a very different spot. The Mets and the Yankees feel like they're in a very different spot. The basketball, I know, Net fans don't exist. We're in a very different spot. I'm focused on a lottery. You guys are focused on a Game 5. It is okay to have completely different views on teams in this town. So Yankee fans should apologize to nobody if they're frustrated with their GM or manager. Their bar and their team is different. And it bothers me because I heard Boomer do it this morning. I love Boomer, but he's like, these Yankee fans, look what I have to watch. Dude, that's irrelevant. That would be like me coming on the radio, and I promise you I won't do it, saying, hey, these Knicks fans complaining about a playoff loss. Try being a Nets fan. It has nothing to do with each other. Like, we're different. So I will never tell a Yankee fan that you're not allowed to bitch because the Mets are worse. So I get it, but come on, man. Like, that's not the argument against you. Like, if Sean wants to rip Brian Cashman, I'll defend him with reasons other than, well, the Mets suck a lot. The only time I'll ever bring up the Mets in regards to Cashman and the Phillies is that it isn't that easy to build a team with a high payroll, even if Sean and others think it is. Because look at these other examples of big market teams that fail.
Right. The Yankees have done it well consistently. The Dodgers are now doing it well, probably consistently. But other than that, it's inconsistent.
And who did he want to have trade for? Did he say Manny Machado?
Yes.
I don't think San Diego's in a weird place right now. They just got sold to a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're looking to take that team apart. You know what I mean?
No, they're looking to win.
Right.
Justify. It's not even. It's no different than Steve Cohen buying the Mets. It's different, obviously, because of the market. But billionaire buys team. Billionaire wants to win right away. Yeah, they're not breaking it down.
You know who's perfect for the Yankees?
Who's that?
I mean, let's just say it. Because I said it during the winter. So
no, he's not.
I haven't even finished my thought. I said it during the winter that this guy was perfect for the Yankees. And he may be available. And the guy who I said was perfect for the New York Yankees was Bo Bichette.
Oh, I thought you were going to go Nolan Arenado again.
No. No, but I talked about the idea of playing Bo a little bit at shortstop and then also a little bit at third base. And I thought that he would be a major upgrade over what you have. And look, I know he makes a crazy amount of money, and I'm not sure if the Mets and the Yankees are doing business on a deal like that.
There's no way they would trade for him now.
Which part? The Mets, the Yankees?
The Yankees.
They would not trade for him?
No.
Okay, forget
what team. Not with the contract.
Maybe the Mets pay half of it. You never know. They've done that before to get better prospects
but why
back.
would you want to get rid of him?
What?
If you were the Mets, why would you get rid of him?
To get prospects back. If you're kind of like what they did with Scherzer and Verlander 3 years ago.
But I just felt like, okay, yeah, you're right.
Forget the Mets for a second. Would you, if you're the Yankees, because he just mentioned Manny Machado.
Is he an upgrade over Ryan McMahon? That's the question you're asking.
I mean, what kind of question is
It's obvious. Yeah, the answer is yes. It's just, I don't think it's as obvious that Yankee fans are clamoring for that.
I mean, are we sure he's not kicking back to shortstop if he gets traded for the Yankees?
I think he could do both. Honestly, I think that versatility.
Sean, he wasn't a good shortstop.
Is Anthony Volpe a good shortstop?
No.
I mean, he was for 2 years.
I'm looking for the offense.
Well, if you're looking for the offense, then
he's
there
got
you
a
go.
560 OPS right now.
Well, I mean, it feels like you go there, it's just like the worst.
So do you want Bo Bichette or not?
I'm intrigued, but I need to see Volpe come back, and I need to see Bichette heat up.
I'm trying to think of who I'd want back, because I know I can't get a lot.
We got a couple months to figure this out, you know?
That's the thing. It's not.
Luis Heel.
Sure.
You could just have him.
Okay, done.
Give us Vientos.
I mean, at this point, sure.
Least valuable asset, young asset. Let's just swap.
Yeah. So
you take my bad, and you take my bad. We're good.
So here's what you have to look forward to. If and when the Knicks get eliminated, Giannis Antetokounmpo talk. And the more the Mets suck, fake Met Yankee trades.
Yes.
It's all coming.
Sweet.
It's
What
all,
a fun summer.
It's all coming your way.
I mean, the Mets better figure it out. Otherwise, it's going to be ugly.
Yeah, if they don't figure it out, Tiki said he's taking weeks off at a time.
I better submit my days now.
We'll get back to your calls next, 888-808-1019. Plus, should Knicks fans try to act a certain way tonight to get a competitive edge? We'll explain that, and where and who do we side with in the big Boomer versus Gio bet? It's Evan and Tiki. We'll get to all of it coming up here on The Fan. Total Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is expanding across Long Island, New York City, and New Jersey with new locations opening in Comac, Babylon, and West Orange. Expert care is closer than ever. Their top-rated doctors treat everything from everyday injuries to complex orthopedic conditions. Whether you're on your journey, they are there to help you move forward. They are the experts at getting you back to being you. Visit TotalOrthoSportsMed.com to schedule your appointment today. Call 855-321-ORTHO.
Surfside iced tea and lemonade plus vodka is your go-to drink this golf season. It's light, refreshing, made with real vodka and zero bubbles. That's right, you heard me. No carbonation. No bubbles means no troubles. Look for the new half and half variety pack featuring flavors like raspberry half and half in stores now. Cheers to hitting the fairway and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
The home of Yankees radio is WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Sponsored by Prevagen, made for your brain. Secret rendezvous seem to be the thing in the NFL lately. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Vrabel. And Ty Simpson's admission that he had secret meetings with Sean McVay ahead of the draft, cute story and all, but it doesn't do any more to convince me that it's going to work between the two. This is an arranged marriage while the first wife is still living in the house, and whether it takes some time to realize it or not, I don't see it working for Simpson with McVay. I'm Chris Matthews.
Allstate is Metro New York's trusted auto insurer, protecting cars across the tri-state area. We're by your side when you need us most, providing you with affordable auto coverage you can rely on. So, switch to Allstate today, and you could save an average of $713 on auto insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Diving for that grounder got you grounded? Oof, we've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down? We've got specialists for that. With nearly 50 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orland & Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better, faster. Visit OrlandCohen.com.
The pros know nobody beats FW Web. With extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast, FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit FWWeb.com to find one near you.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch. For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Everything you knew about reaching customers online is being rewritten. Time to rethink your approach. Outcomes from Viant finds real customers, not impressions, not clicks, customers. Our AI maximizes every dollar of your budget against the outcomes that matter most and proves it happened. It's smarter advertising made simple. Visit Viant.ai.
Some days, self-care starts with Nature-Made gummy vitamins, a deep breath, and a little encouragement.
Mom, I'm really nervous.
Me too, honey, but we've got this. Repeat after me. I'm gonna have a good day.
I'm going to have a good day.
I choose joy no matter what comes my way.
I bring joy wherever I go.
Quality gummy vitamins from Nature-Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. Money is on the line. Always say hello with Quo. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Hey, this is Sal Licata. Right now is the time to make sure that your current cooling system is ready for hot weather. You don't want it to fail when it's 90 degrees out, and if it's over 15 years old, you're wasting your money. Get a new high-efficiency AC system right now from my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling. They are New Jersey's air conditioning experts and have been for decades. Take it from me. These guys have done plenty of work on my house. You'll save money and stay cooler. Contact them now at edisonhvac.com. That's edisonhvac.com.
No matter the season, New York sports never stop. Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets. If it's happening, we're talking about it. The Fan, 101.9 FM and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Evan and Tiki on the Fan tonight at Madison Square Garden. We got a big Game 5 between the New York Knicks and the Atlanta Hawks. I'm going to let you know what many Knicks fans have suggested. I don't think I'm a big fan of this, but I want to give you the information and we can decide if this is smart or not. And we've sort of broached the subject over the last week or so regarding C.J. McCollum and how well he's played in this series and the way Knicks fans have treated him like a villain. And it really all started with C.J. making a comment about Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, he wanted to be the villain.
Yeah, I think he tried to be like a casual villain.
Yeah.
But first he says Jalen Brunson flops a lot.
You know, Brunson flops a lot.
He started with that.
We already know that.
Which was obvious.
Clyde says it.
Then he continues to pick up his game, play really, really well, and sort of milks the crowd reaction towards him when Knicks fans were chanting that, CJ sucks or bleep CJ McCollum. And it was commented on by, I forget which one of his teammates it was. Oh, Jonathan Kuminga came out and said, yeah, it gets him going, and it gets the team going. So the conversation has been, should the New York Knicks fan, as passionate as they are, should they take a little bit of a hiatus from making someone a villain who isn't really that big of a villain?
Right.
Like, so instead of chanting,
isn't Trae Young.
This isn't Trae. Well, I don't even think Trae Young was Trae Young.
True.
They made him a villain for no reason.
At least he was like an annoying player. Like you watched him play, and you're like, dude, this kid is annoying.
He ain't Reggie Miller.
True.
I'll tell you that right now.
Because he didn't dominate you at moments and make you feel inferior.
I just don't think like he was that villainy.
Yeah.
So
I agree with you.
If we buy that the crowd making someone a big villain somehow gets them going, should the Knicks fan go more traditional tonight and not treat C.J. McCollum bigger than he needs to be treated?
Here's the difference. So Trae Young, I'm just now stuck on the Trae Young comparison. Trae Young felt like a little immature punk. Like you were just annoyed by him. He's a good player, but it was like, dude, you act like an idiot sometimes, and Stop being annoying. C.J. McCollum is not that.
He's a 35-year-old veteran who's been around for 100 years who's good.
And if you met him in the street, you'd respect him.
Sure.
You'd be like, dude, great player, had a long career or whatever. You'd respect him. With Trae Young, you just kind of want to hate on him. So it doesn't feel right hating on C.J. McCollum. He's just trying to be the villain.
But it's not even about if it's right or wrong. It's more, do we actually think that
I don't think
the
you actually
crowd
believe it.
Believe what?
That he's your villain.
Right, but that's not even my point. It's, do you think that treating him like a villain is somehow getting the best out of him? Because sometimes players say that. We heard Jonathan Kuminga say that, by putting him on that villain pedestal, it's getting the most out of him.
Yeah, I mean, didn't Jalen Brunson even say that? When he was, where was he at?
Detroit. They were chanting flop or
and it
flop.
It made him, it incentivized him.
Right.
It gave him motivation.
It sounds crazy that anybody needs incentivization when they're in the postseason,
Yeah.
but if we believe this is true, does that mean that tonight at Madison Square Garden, there should be almost a, hey, all right, guys.
Hands off, ignore him.
Be loud, but ignore him.
Ignore him.
Like, boo him. I think booing is probably okay. It's once you start chanting F this guy or F that guy that somehow, for some reason, much like you mentioned Jalen Brunson in Detroit, it incentivizes the player when it's unnecessary.
Irrelevant treatment. Instead of the silent treatment, the irrelevant treatment.
So do we agree that that's what the Knicks fans should actually do tonight at Madison Square Garden?
Yeah. I think you don't know for sure if it helps your team getting in McCollum's head, but it can hurt your team.
Yeah. I think the problem with even suggesting this or getting Knicks fans to do it is that I think a lot of people at Madison Square Garden just kind of want to be a part of the moment. And being a part of the moment is chanting things and then filming yourself for TikTok.
Yeah, but you're thinking about you. You're not thinking about what's best for the team.
No, I agree with you.
So
I agree with you. So
you
Tiki,
can't stop him from doing it. Then.
Tiki, all I know is you're a very powerful voice in New York sports.
Yes.
Because it was you who spent a lot of time doing it. So this is very short-circuited. But you spent months telling Yankee fans to stand up and turn their back on Juan Soto, and they actually did. Now, again, you spent months every day doing it. This is a shotgun kind of thing. But are you, Tiki Barber, as a New York sports veteran, are you calling on the Madison Square Garden faithful to not chant expletives at C.J. McCollum tonight?
Yeah, it doesn't do anything to him. It actually makes him better. You'd be better off turning around, but you won't do it. Just stay quiet. Just stay quiet.
I don't think it's going to work, Sean. What do you think?
I think more Knick fans are going to be smarter than you think tonight, Evan.
You think so?
I do too. Hot ticket. I think the good Knick fan knows, you know what, I'm not giving this guy the what he wants.
I also...
Because that's what he wants.
Yeah. Oh, I think he's getting off on being the villain.
Yeah,
Because
boo him loudly, but that's different.
I think C.J. McCollum is also such a respectful guy and has had such a solid career. He's never been the villain.
Well, that's my point. It just doesn't feel right saying F C.J.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't feel right.
I get you.
It felt right for Trae, but it doesn't feel right for CJ.
And I think for him, this is the one moment where he's actually kind of getting off being a villain. I also have a public service announcement. This is very, very important, okay? Especially for those in the political community. Ben Stiller is going to tweet about the Knicks tonight. Okay? He's not tweeting about the 2020 election. He's not tweeting about assassination attempts. He's not tweeting about anything else. He's not tweeting about Iran. He's not. He's not tweeting about gas prices. I promise you. He's not tweeting about, should we have invaded Iraq in 2004? He's not doing that. Ben Stiller is tweeting about the Knicks. So anything he tweets should not be construed as meaning anything other than, hey, coach, why is Mitchell Robinson not in the game?
Did it calm down?
I don't know.
For Ben Stiller.
All I know,
I hope so.
For those that are not aware, Ben Stiller tweeted something about the Nick Hawk game, and a lot of people thought that he was tweeting about the assassination attempt from Saturday night. And anyone who follows Ben Stiller or saw his tweets from that night knew everything was about the Knicks.
Of course.
So I'm just doing public service. It's a Tuesday night. It is not about the Housewives show. He's not tweeting about that. He's not even tweeting about the Met game. He's tweeting about the Knicks. Just want to make that clear. I don't know Ben Stiller. I'm just looking out for people. Because I don't want to be misconstrued either.
I agree.
I don't want to be
I agree.
Like, I was afraid I was going to...
Now that you can tweet again.
Thank you. Yes, I can. I was about to tweet about Roman Reigns' Jacob Fatu segment last night. And I was like, got to be careful. I don't know
what were you going to say?
I don't remember. I forgot. I just got afraid. I was like, I don't know. This could be construed the wrong way.
Yeah, I
So
can't
I'm
come
out.
back after being hacked and
then get
Oh,
suspended.
You could just say I was hacked.
Yeah, it was hacked. Yeah, I've been unhacked. And the message I would give to anybody is when you get emails, be very careful. In fact, the first thing you should do when you get an email nowadays, even if it's from someone you know, is click on where the email came from and look very carefully at if it's actually their email. Because some of these hackers or computer bots or
Right.
whatever it is, they're so careful with the way that they try to hack you that you got to be careful.
Right. I don't open most emails.
Now, you're smart. You're right.
Yeah. If you need me, you got to text me.
I got an email from you yesterday. It wasn't you. I clicked on it. I was like, there you go. Someone's trying to hack me as Tiki Barber.
Because I'd never email you.
Exactly. Well, why would you email me? You could talk to me or text me. Email so 1999.
Right.
Let's go to Ozzy and Woodridge, who's all pumped up for tonight. What's up, Oz?
Hey, Ozzy.
Hey, fellas, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good.
I'm still alive for my Hawks in 6 prediction, so just want to put that out there.
You are alive. I wouldn't be confident, but you are alive.
Oh, no, I didn't say that, but I'm alive, yeah, and no one gave us a chance, so you have that.
Yep.
The second that Ben Stiller hitched his wagon to Tommy Lugauer, you knew he was doomed for a fall, so... Remember last year, or liked one of Loogie's tweets something about the Knicks?
He did, right. Yes.
And
That guy-
Tommy got all giddy like a fanboy.
No biggie. Yeah.
So, but speaking of Tommy, I want to charge him with crimes against skipping the sports podium manatee.
Oh, really? How'd he do that?
Evan, you have the proof. And the second he did this, I am giving him no credit whatsoever. If the Knicks do matriculate through the playoffs, he is completely devoid of any credit. I called his show the night of your draft party, and he was on the air, and the Hawks had just beaten the Knicks in Game 3.
Yep.
And what Tommy did, and Evan has the proof.
I do. I have the
just sent him
audio.
Audio proof.
I have
yes.
the audio, yes.
Tommy acknowledged the fact that I was on hold, and he cried and said, I don't want to talk to Ozzy now. I can't do it. I can't do it. And he kept me on hold for over an hour, talking to one Knicks fan after another through 2 or 3 breaks. So he skipped the podium. He was scared, he was nervous, and he had no confidence in Rick's Knicks. What
Rick's
say you?
Knicks. Okay, well, first of all, here is the clip in question. This is Tommy Lugauer verbalizing on the radio after the Knicks lost Game 3 that he did not want to speak to Ozzy and Woodridge. Take a listen.
We did.
Here we go.
And I know he's on the line. There's one person from tonight that I don't want to hear from. I'll hear from him. I'll give him the time. There is one caller to this radio station that I can't. I don't know how I could talk to him tonight. I don't know how I could talk to Ozzy and Woodridge. Number one, his Hawks just beat my Knicks. They're ripping the heart out of me. And Caleb Downs went to his Cowboys, the guy I wanted the Giants to take. I never skipped the podium. I'm going to get to him. But he's like the last guy I want to speak to tonight. And I love Ozzy, but I just...
Well, he did say he was going to get to him.
Yeah, but
Now,
did he?
So here's what happened, and this is why I'm living in a weird world. That night, I get a text message from Tommy Lugauer saying, I just want you to know I didn't skip the podium. I was going to go to Ozzy, but time ran out, or whatever he told
So
me.
he delayed.
Oh, but he tried to preemptively get ahead of the story to you?
So Loogie and Ozzy, both, because they don't have each other's numbers, are texting me.
So you're the go-between?
I'm the go-between. And I'm like, I don't know what happened. But I will say this about Loogie that night, because we saw him, because we did our draft show. He was real, he was raw, and he was affected by that Knick loss.
Right.
And it was probably the most compelling radio I've ever heard him do. Now let's hear him do that with the Mets. But with the Knicks, spot on. Like you felt it in him. And I almost have to defend him.
Right.
Like maybe that wasn't an Ozzy kind of night. Maybe that was a night to only hear from Knick fans and not hear from the one Hawk fan living in this town that wants to spike the football in your face. So I get it, Ozzy. I understand it. I'm kind of on Team Tommy.
I'm on Team Ozzy.
Really?
We sat up on that roof, and what were we having that night, Evan?
We were busting each other's balls.
Spiked. No, we had, well,
spiked aid.
I wasn't about legally, illegal, whatever we were having up there. I meant we were having a draft party. Ozzy's a Cowboy fan. The big story that night, besides the Knicks, was the Cowboys getting Caleb Downs and the Giants passing him. It's the most controversial part.
Was it controversial?
Well, it
Because
wasn't.
I think the story was Arvell Reese falling to the Giants.
But it was part of the story of the night.
Yeah,
Whether
true.
in
And
real,
Sonny Styles going to Commanders.
Yeah, in real time, that was what people questioned. He's a Hawk and Cowboy fan. You can't just look at the Hawk moment there. That was a double-sided story call on a big night. He had to take him.
All right, Tiki, what side are you on? Team Ozzie?
I think I agree with Ozzie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boy,
I
Tommy,
mean,
I tried.
The Knicks lost in like epic fashion. Jalen Brunson didn't even shot off. Everybody else is standing around watching him. Josh Hart. It was a pathetic ending for the Knicks.
And if you're really positive and you believe in the Knicks, even in that horrible spot in that loss, you got to put Ozzie up and be ready to fight him.
Mm.
You can't run from him.
How much? When was the Caleb Downs pick relative to that?
It happened because
It was
Tommy
right
referred to
before?
it.
It was
Tommy
before,
referred to
because think about it.
It was 14.
No, because the Jets picked Sadiq right when the Hawks beat him. The Giants had already made their picks.
Yeah, it was going on in the fourth quarter.
Did the Cowboys make that?
Yes.
Yes, because they were before the Jets.
Right.
Yes. Everything was done. Caleb Downs was a Cowboy.
Yeah, he had to take the call.
Yeah, Tommy
he skipped the podium. on
Tommy
that
confirmed to me he didn't realize, the timing of things and that it was his bad.
one. Right.
He did give me a my bad.
And the Mets.
And the Mets.
Even though I don't know what Tommy was talking about the Mets, but the Mets were a big story also in that moment.
They were part of it. All right. So, sorry, Tommy. I defended you, but the two guys that can't wait to stab you in the back, Sean and Tiki, said they're on Team Ozzie.
No, we're on the mic, so I'm not stabbing him in the back. We're stabbing him in the heart.
That's right. We're stabbing him as he can look at you. Alex is in Southampton, New Jersey. What's up, Alex?
How you doing, guys?
Oh,
Hi,
good.
Tiki. Hi, Evan. Thank you for taking my call.
What's up?
What's up, man?
Tiki, why will you agree with Evan on I expect better from you
on what?
Telling us Knicks fans not to yell at the player.
Because he doesn't deserve it, and he thrives from it. Why you want to put him in a position to be successful?
Okay, let me explain.
Okay.
We as Knicks fans, we always have to find somebody in the team. He might not deserve it, and I agree with you, but isn't that the player's job, knowing that we are so emotionally invested, to stop the guy? Maybe they use our energy and stop the guy instead of trying to suggest that we're the one that giving him the power. No, the players on the field letting him run around them. Like, how about Josh Hart? Play some defense. Anunoby and Carl Anthony Town. Maybe they feel like
to Josh's credit, he did do that in Game 4. But continue on.
Right. I just don't. Yeah, because he was given reign to roam, and so I don't know if the players thrive on the negative energy. They thrive on the positive energy.
No, but these players have claimed that negative energy out of the garden.
The Knicks players thrive on the negative energy towards the other team.
I don't think it affects them.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't think does anything.
So if it's helping CJ, because that's what he says, then it doesn't affect the Knicks either way.
Look, I got to give. You were out that day, and Rami was sitting in Sean's chair, and Rami's a big Knick fan. He was filling in, and Rami made this point. It was a very good one, and I've thought about it now for a week, because he was going to the game, and he said, I will not chant F words at C.J. McCollum. I'm just going to boo him really loudly.
Right.
And at the time, I was like, what the hell's the difference? But I think there is a difference.
Right.
I think he's kind of right. Like, just being greeted with loud boos is typical road team energy, right?
Yeah, it doesn't need to be anything more than that.
Once you start saying, F McCollum,
yeah, right,
it just becomes personal in an unnecessary way. And whether it motivates that player or not, it just doesn't feel worth it.
Right.
So I understand that. More of your calls next at 888-808-1019. And Boomer and Gio made a big bet against each
Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source, and all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from our own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source.
If your business needs a van, step up to a Mercedes-Benz van from Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Cargo, crew, or passenger, customized for everything from deliveries to construction. Work smarter and stay organized with a van built for your trade at Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Visit RayCatinaEdison.com.
I'm Pat Boyle here to help you beat the books with Westwood One Sports. Celtics Sixers Game 5, and I expect Boston's offense to operate at a high level. Celtics team total points is 112.5. They've gone over this in 2 of the 4 games this series. It'll come down to how well Boston shoots the 3-ball. The reason I like their team total over is how Philly's perimeter defense looked with Joel Embiid on the floor last game. Not good. Boston just worked him into several actions to get open looks from deep. Going over on their team total. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day off right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way or order Dunkin's $6 meal deal. No substitutions, participation times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Hello, New York, New Jersey. Bank of America, in partnership with Visa, invites you to a FIFA World Cup 26 watch party. Open an eligible Bank of America checking account in participating financial centers only for an opportunity to reserve 2 complimentary tickets while supplies last. Experience special musical guests, games, giveaways, food, and more, all at a legendary venue. Learn more at BofA.com/BofA Visa Watch Party. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 26. Bank of America N.A. member FDIC. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
All right, they won. You gotta text your buddies, except you're driving. If you have to respond, pull over. Texting and driving is illegal and could lead to an accident. A safety message from the Rothenberg Law Firm, injurylawyer.com.
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text METER to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text METER to 42424. That's METER to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Tune in for the Yankees' first pitch presented by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. After years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works. With Red Pocket Mobile, you lock in your rate and you keep it. No price creep, no sudden jumps, just straightforward pricing and premium 5G plans starting at $10 a month. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Hey Yankees fans, gather a group of 10 or more and take advantage of our 2026 Yankees group ticket specials. Whether you're getting together with family and friends, organizing a fundraiser, or entertaining clients, your group will love bonding over the Bronx Bombers. Start planning your 2026 group outings today. Log on to yankees.com/groups. Call 212-YANKEES or email us at groups@yankees.com. That's 2026 group tickets. Call 212-YANKEES or visit yankees.com/groups today.
Hey everyone, Boomer here. If you love eating great food as much as I do, you have to listen up. The Chef IQ Sense wireless thermometer and the mini oven are must-haves in your kitchen. The thermometer helps perfectly cook your chicken, fish, or meat, and the oven is an all-in-one hero that bakes, broils, air fries, toast, and much more. For years now, I've been telling you about how amazing these products are and how they have changed my life. Now it's time to change yours. Go to chefiq.com and don't forget to use the code word BOOMER to save big at checkout. That's code word BOOMER at chefiq.com.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible, but Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the New York community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JPMorgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Your official station to talk Yankees. The Fan, 101.9 FM and always live on the free Odyssey app. Download it today.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Cooking is easy as 1, 2, 3. Discover how at chefiq.com. Great pitching matchup down in Texas a little after 8 on the Fan. Jacob deGrom faces Cam Schlittler. The Mets will look to do literally anything offensively tonight as Clay Holmes faces Zach Littell in the Nationals. And, of course, MSG, a pivotal Game 5, Hawks and Knicks at 8 o'clock.
Now, this is a big-time sports night. Big-time sports night. Obviously, the main event is the Knicks Game 5. You have, as you described it, an electric pitching matchup between the emerging star in Cam Schlittler and the aging future Hall of Famer in Jacob deGrom with his New York ties. And there's nothing appealing about the Met game other than they're desperate and they need to win. It's as simple as that.
Yep. And your ace is gone.
Clay Holmes is the ace. I mean, he's pitched like one.
I would just say the most reliable. Well, McLean is too. But, yeah, you get my point.
I get what you're trying to do. It was not needed, but okay, fine.
Now I can't give Clay Holmes credit on the bad guy.
Clay's been great. But I think in a weird way, the Met game is so important because they're just desperate. They need wins. You know, right now they're in a hole of 9-19. They're 10.5 games out of first place. And we continue to say, well, there is time for them to get out of it. Eventually, there won't be. So I think the appeal of a Met national game in front of 600 people tonight is that this is almost like playoff baseball. The Mets have to win every single day. And it is going to be sad to see what that ballpark looks like. You can only imagine the comments and the pictures that will be posted. I will raise my hand and say the reason I'm not there is because my son's got a Little League game.
Didn't we comment or make a long-term bet about whether or not they'd see 500?
We did.
And I said yes.
Yes. Are you about to change your prediction?
No, I'm going to hold on to it for another 4-game depreciation.
Okay, four-game depreciation.
It's like a car getting driven off that lot, Tiki.
Four more down, and I'm out.
I do have a question going back to the preseason Met stories. Do you think with the amount of people in the park and the amount of frustration that this past weekend into tonight, there was a single 999 challenge sold?
Yeah. I think there's a good chance there were a lot of them. How else are you getting through these bore fests?
Or you're just like, I'm not paying $50 to eat short hot dogs and small beers now.
Or you're more likely to do it because it only costs you $6 to get in.
All right, you know what? Now you
got more disposable income. Now, Tiki and I and Sean, we make a lot of long-term predictions, and then we play the audio. I mean, we basically every day there's something that we're checking in on. I got to hand it to the guys before us, Boomer and Gio. They not only made a long-term prediction, They put $10,000 on this long-term prediction. I still can't get over it. So I'm going to play it for you.
Okay.
So you could hear, and then you'll decide what side you're on. Are you Team Boomer or are you Team Geo? Here is the brief discussion.
You want to make the bet with Aaron Judge and Ben Rice? More home runs, Mr. What did I tell you? Let's go. Right here. $10,000.
All right, 10 grand.
That Aaron Judge is going to have. I got Aaron Judge. You got Ben Rice.
All right, good.
All right. $10,000 for the foundation. You got that on? You got that on camera?
Yeah, of course they have it on camera. I'm not backing down.
Just make it sure.
Well, good news. If they don't have it on camera, we have it now.
Right.
So these two guys, really, this is a Boomer thing because Gio's just sitting there like, are you freaking kidding me? Boomer Esiason, and I guess this shows how successful of a career he's had, that he could bet $10,000 that easily.
Yes.
It's not like he's a compulsive gambler or anything.
No.
He's so confident that Ben Rice is going to hit more home runs than maybe the greatest power hitter of our lifetime, Aaron Judge, that he bet $10,000. Now, I'm on Team Gio. I think Gio will win this. He'll win it easily, and it's not a knock on Ben Rice. But I give Giannotti credit. Even if you gave me a bet that I thought was a slam dunk, I can't bet $10,000.
No, why would you? Unless you're already giving it away to charity.
Right. If this is by the way, that was not a predetermined we're giving it away to charity.
But was it?
No.
Did it become that?
Well, I think eventually that's what it would be, but I heard it in Gio's voice. He was just frustrated with some of the nonsense coming out of Boomer's mouth.
About Ben Rice.
About Ben Rice. And
Ben Rice could win the MVP. He doesn't have to out-homer Judge.
Here we go.
I have a feeling Rice is going to out-homer him.
What?
Look,
Well,
they kind of each hit one. They're right next to each other right now, right? 11 and 10.
Yeah.
And Aaron Judge is below his career average and his batting average. He's not hitting for average this year. He's getting a hit a game and it's a home run. Ben Rice is hitting 320.
Right.
And he's been consistent and dominant every time he's in the lineup.
Okay.
So I'm not saying he's going to out-homer Judge. I think Judge is going to hit 50 every single year until he gets the 650. What did we talk about before?
Right.
But I think that Ben Rice will plateau at some point and probably hit 40-something, 41.
Ben Rice is tremendous. This is not a knock on Ben Rice. And I think that, as we've talked about, he needs to play every day. Clearly, Aaron Boone is moving into that world, especially now with Giancarlo hurt and the ability to DH Ben Rice whenever he wants to.
Yep.
So we all agree Ben Rice is special. And I think he's incredibly special. Even on the defensive side, we've seen some great improvements for him at first base. To think that he's going to out-homer the king. And until proven otherwise, Aaron Judge is the king. The only way you win this, Boomer Esiason or Sean Morash, is if Judge gets hurt.
Correct. Exactly.
And
you could not have him play for 3 weeks.
I will absolutely not rule that out. And I said that to Boomer off air. I said, you can win it if Judge gets hurt.
Right.
If he doesn't get hurt, you can't bet against this guy.
No. Listen to me. In April 1961, would you have said you were nuts for saying Maris would out-homer Mantle?
I probably would have. You're right. But that's one example in 100 years. You just gave me the Roger Maris example.
And also, the way this is trending is Rice might finish with more at-bats if he keeps batting first and second, and Judge keeps wanting to bat third, too.
I get you. I still think this is.
Right.
But
that's not Judge.
No.
Well, he's saying he could get 30 to 40 more plate appearances based on where he's batting in the lineup.
None of this is a knock on Judge. They could finish 1 and 2 in the American League.
But to Tiki's point, I don't think Aaron Judge has gotten hot yet. And he has 11 home runs.
It's true.
That's right.
Ben Rice is red hot, and he's got 10.
Yeah, when Aaron Judge starts hitting 350, he's going to outpace him in home runs 2-1. Even if Ben Rice stays hot the way that he is.
What did we say about Cal Raleigh in April this year? Did we think he was going to out-home Aaron Judge?
I get it. You're giving me all these crazy examples. I guess it could happen.
I'm giving you – are they crazy if I'm giving you multiple examples?
Teams were stupid last year. They just kept pitching to Cal Raleigh.
True.
Like, they walked Aaron Judge 30 – what was it? Intentionally 37? Something like that. He led the league in walks last year.
Well, that's the best argument for Ben Rice, because if Rice is hitting ahead of Judge,
100%.
they have to face Ben Rice.
That's right.
They may not have to face Aaron Judge.
But I still think Judge gets hot at some point. He starts hitting 300, 3 whatever, and instead of putting solid bat on ball once a game, it's 3 times a game, and 2 of those go out of the park.
Aaron Judge, assuming he's healthy, and that is always the caveat to this, is almost a lock to hit 50 home runs.
Yes.
Ben Rice isn't there yet. And Ben Rice is a wonderful player, and he's one of the most exciting things about the Yankees right now. But I can't go that far. And I feel bad for Gio, because I'm with him on opinion-based. But what if there's a weird injury to Judge? He's got to pay him $10,000? That's.
Let me tell you something.
Has Judge DH this year yet?
Yes.
Yeah, in Tampa.
But so like once, twice?
I think he's done it 3 times, but I'll double check. Why do you ask? Why is that important?
Because of the health thing.
Oh, okay. He's actually only done it once. Wow.
I think it was one
Last year he did it 56 times. The year before that, 41 times. The year before that, 38 times. 25 and 22. So on average, he'll do it about 25 times a year, assuming he's healthy. But, yeah, he has the DH ability if he's hurt.
But not with Ben Rice, because Ben Rice is hitting the DH a lot more than Aaron Judge is.
That's true, but Aaron Boone also may sit him against the tough lefty.
Yeah, just to bring him off the bench when he needs it.
Right.
Evan, what is your situation like? Driving home, you bet $10,000 today. Are you driving right past your house as soon as you get close? Are you getting pre-ahead with a phone call? Because I think I go out on Long Island and I keep hitting the gas as far as I can go to Montauk and refuse to go home if I bet $10,000.
If my wife found out I bet $10,000 on anything?
Yeah.
I would probably, God, this is horrible to say. Do you want me to be honest with you?
Yeah.
And maybe Gio goes this route. Just a bit. Just a bit.
Okay.
I go the just a bit route.
Yeah.
At least you can sleep at night.
They don't hold themselves accountable like we do.
No, I know they do. I don't look, forget the audio stuff. Because, like, yeah, we have fun with what we right or wrong. Someone's paying someone $10,000. Like, that's happening. I don't think Boomer and Gio are just calling it off. Like,
You know what the problem is? It's a stupid bet to bet $10,000 on.
What do you mean?
It's just not.
You don't like the bet?
It's
Ben
just,
Rice versus Aaron Judge in home runs?
But why are you having that bet? It's not like you're diametrically opposed, and this is like you're emotionally connected one way or another.
I will tell you why, because I listened to the morning show, and I know that Gio was getting hot about this. So Boomer was going on about how Ben Rice is Mickey Mantle. Which just, I agree with you.
I got it.
It's sort of an offensive comment.
I got it.
Stop, man. Like, Mick, look, I'm too young for Mickey Mantle, but come on, bro. And so G was like, come on, he's not, how you compare him to Mickey Mantle? And it's also hypocritical for you to compare these guys to former athletes. And then finally, I think Boomer offhandedly said, yeah, he'll hit more home runs than Judge. And Gio angerly, I think, at this dumb opinion.
Right. That was the
said,
last straw.
I'll bet you $10,000.
Okay, I got it.
So I think that's where it came from.
That makes sense then.
I'm trying to think what I would bet $10,000 on. You know what I'd bet $10,000 on?
How about just say 1,000?
1,000?
Just say I'll bet 1,000. That's still impressive and large.
Yeah.
$10,000?
You know what I'd bet $10,000 on?
What?
You got to get me there though. If the Mets are in the World Series, like we're in the World Series, I'd bet $10,000 on them to lose. Because I would look at the win.
Such a loser.
What? I would. That would be the biggest emotional insurance. Yeah, I bet $10,000 on whoever they were facing in the World Series.
But then you can definitely not buy tickets to go to the World Series.
Well, I'll worry about
you
that.
already spent your ticket money.
I'll worry about that after the World Series.
Right.
So if the Mets win, okay, it cost me $10,000. It was well worth it. I got to see my team win a championship. And if I lose, I get all that money back for all the tickets I just spent on.
Could you imagine if this is like one guy has a league going into the final weekend and you got to sit there on a football Sunday sweating $10,000 on a home run?
I would not be able to enjoy the season.
Right.
No way.
In fact, you know where I'd be nervous from, G? Every time Aaron Judge grimaces, I'd lose my mind. Because the injury can derail you. We all accept that. Like, the injury is the one thing that changes everything. If Aaron Judge is a calf issue and he starts grimacing and comes out of a game, I'd barf immediately. Because I'd be like, oh, my God, I'm gonna lose this over what? So that would be the thing that would cause me to not enjoy the rest of the season. I'd be very, nervous about anything Aaron Judge does in terms of health. Let's go to Harvey in Dix Hills. What's up, Harvey?
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Good, man. What's up?
Pretty good. Everybody, the easy way is to fire the manager, but sometimes the manager can be the solution or part of the solution. Everybody wants to fire Carlos Mendoza. I envisioned and I fantasized that they DFA'd Stearns. I mean, like Lovelady. I try to have in my mind attached to Lovelady when watching and claiming a DFA. The bottom line is Stearns has a large enough body of poor decisions that the future needs a new voice, and that's who I would replace: the general manager and president, whatever you want to call them. They need a new voice. That's all. End of story.
I think that you offer a very popular opinion from Met fans, but I don't think taking the team president 2.5 years into his run and flushing it, while it'll give you the satisfaction of getting rid of the guy most to blame for their failures, because he is most to blame for their failures, it isn't the answer long term. It just isn't. And it's not something Steve Cohen is considering. So as much as you want it, and a lot of Met fans want it because, again, you'd get your pound of flesh for the decisions that he made that most of us hated, I don't even think it's something Steve Cohen is considering. No. I don't think it's an option at all. Let's go to Seth and Hewlett. Hey, Seth.
Hey, boys. How you doing? Thanks for taking my call.
What's up, man?
If I have one more person that defends Carlos Mendoza, listen, it's all about expectations and results. Highest payroll, third expected win percentage in Major League Baseball, and the lowest win total. I mean, what else gets you fired in this world? He deserves it. I mean, there are no excuses. I'm sorry. Or maybe the guy's got a history of winning a World Series. Cora, Thompson getting to the playoffs. He's got no resume, and he's got no results. But I've got a solution. Here's how we're going to break the Met hex. You ready?
Go ahead.
Promotion day. You know how Steve Cohen loves to embrace the past?
Yeah.
We're going to do a Bobby Bonilla Day every July 1st. If it falls on the day we're home, Bobby comes to the stadium, gets his check, and everyone who walks in gets a facsimile check with Bobby Bonilla, a little smile, and you get a scratch-off on the check, and you get a discount. You get a discount in a team store or for concessions after you scratch it off. I think it would be a win, a win-win.
You know what's funny, Seth? It's a very creative idea, and I think if you called up with this idea exactly a year ago, I would have said, that's so brilliant, that's fun, that's funny, let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm in no mood to laugh. No Met fan is in any mood to laugh. The team stinks. The place is going to be a ghost town. The last thing I want to do is celebrate somebody who was on the worst team money could buy while the Mets are experiencing another worst team money could buy.
Right.
It brings back a lot of bad memories. So very creative. Give you A for effort. But I'm in no mood to laugh right now. And I don't think any Met fan is either. So thank you for the effort, but yeah, I'm good.
No, thank you.
I'll pass on that one. I do think that Steve Cohen is in a very tricky spot because, as we've talked about the last few days, and it's gotten a lot of attention on this radio station and on social media, the Mets didn't put tickets on sale on an individual basis in July and August and September.
This is going to come back to bite them.
Yeah, and so they were doing it because I guess they were trying to get people to be season ticket holders, to get people to buy plans.
It also tells you that they really had high expectations for this team.
That too. They thought the
really
team would be
thought
good.
That this was a big deal, that they were doing it, and despite the questions, I won't say it was negativity, but there were a lot of questions around some of these moves this offseason. Internally, the Mets thought that they were doing something epic.
They really did. And they thought that they would be able to do well with tickets. And so the big reaction people are having is, oh, my God, they're not going to be able to sell any tickets. Well, they'll probably lower the prices. They'll make them very affordable, and that seems nice.
Yeah.
What about the season ticket holders that you screwed and you hoodwinked? What about them? We're stuck with tickets that nobody wants. And you're going to put tickets on sale that are cheaper.
Right.
So I'd be curious to see what Cohen does to his season ticket base. Now, one attitude could be, I'm not going to do anything. Screw them. They're a bunch of schmucks. They gave me their money too bad. But you also want to keep them as customers.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
But are you opting out in 2027 if he doesn't?
Well, I'm one person. So you're talking about it in the whole grand scheme
I'm just talking
of things?
about you representing season ticket
I don't
holders.
think I'm a fair representation because it's been in my family since 1978. But I do
I think
that
that's a lot of people, though. They have there's long-time season ticket
That's
holders.
some people, but I think a lot of people are newer, and they will drop out to answer your question, yes.
Right.
They will get a slash in season ticket customers next season. They may not feel it from me. They may not feel it from some of my compadres in my section because it is a long time, but there's a lot of on-the-fence people, and it's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah.
It just is, especially going into an offseason where there's going to be a lockout and an offseason in which there is no easy answer. See, that's the part of the discussion that I don't want to have. It's daunting.
Right.
Okay, they suck. Now what? The now what part is awful. There is no Juan Soto sitting there. There's Tarek Skubal. Sure, he's great. But how do you fix the broken lineup? And I think that's where it's going to be tough to find answers, and it's going to be tough to convince your customers to come back.
Yeah.
So it's not just this season for Steve. It's the future, and the future right now it's horrific. I hate to tell you that.
Well, it's just there's not optimism to look forward to. I mean, at this point, it's you hope that but even if Juan Soto's hit one home run this year, and he's walked a lot, but now teams, and I was just reading an article about this, there is zero incentive to pitch at Juan Soto.
You shouldn't face him.
You shouldn't face him. You should not intentionally walk him, but pitch around him.
Why would you?
Exactly. Make him swing at a bad pitch because he gets desperate. He's not going to, so he's going to walk. But he's going to sit on first base.
Right.
They've started to pick up, and I heard you on the Rico say this a week ago or so. They've picked up on what he was doing to steal 50 or whatever it was, 40 bases.
Oh, it's a non-factor now.
Right. He can't do it. He can't jump you. He's going to get picked off. So Like, what's the value of Juan Soto when nobody else is good around him?
Well, the value is he gets on base a lot, but
I
you're
understand
right.
that,
If
but
no one's driving him in, baseball's the team game, bro. I mean, this is why Aaron Judge, I think, was very special. There are very few baseball players who can really impact the game as one position player.
Yes.
It is not normal. I don't care how good you are. Juan Soto's a tremendous player, but yeah, to your point, he could have a 480 on base percentage. That's fantastic. That's an amazing number. If Bo Bichette's bouncing into a double play right after, assuming he gets behind him, which recently he hasn't, then where does it get you? Jose's
Yankees supposed to have something.
Okay, that guy's having a different conversation. Let's go to John in Red Bank. Hey, John.
Hey, John.
Hello, guys. My question is this. Phillies manager got fired. The guy Boston got fired. Well, way better managers than Mendoza. Why is he still there?
Well, I think the why is that Steve Cohen and David Stearns are not in a place where John Henry and Craig Breslow were, or where Dave Dombrowski was. And it's a great question, and that's why I said earlier when the news came out that the Phillies fired Rob Thompson, one of the reactions is going to be like, wait a second, why does our guy still have a job? Because you're right. Alex Cora and Rob Thompson have accomplished a lot more than Carlos Mendoza.
But isn't this early?
For both teams?
Yeah.
Well, the Mets are the same.
Just in general.
Yeah, it's very early.
For firing a manager.
Yes.
April 28th.
It's very early.
Super early.
What's your point?
So the Phillies and the Red Sox are doing this unprecedentedly early.
Correct.
Why did the Mets have to follow suit?
I don't think they have to follow suit, but it is easy and understandable for the Met fan to say simply, hey, our manager's worse. Why does he still have a job?
Because it's unprecedentedly early.
Okay. I'm just saying that's the question.
Right. And
both guys have managed their teams to World Series. One won one World Series. The other one lost. Carlos Mendoza had one good year where they got to the NLCS. I'm just telling you what the Met fan's going to say. Like, I get it. It's more complicated than that, but that is why when that glass broke 2 hours ago and he said Rob Thompson's out, I knew it. I knew the way the Met fan's going to respond. Like, what the hell? Why does our guy still have a job?
There isn't an answer.
And you're
other than we don't
the
have
calendar. That was your answer.
Right.
Your answer was the calendar.
They don't have they don't know the plan. If we fire Mindy, what are we doing? If they could say, when we fire Mindy, this is what we're doing, I think they'd do it.
Well, the Red Sox went to their AAA manager in Chad Tracy, who has no major league managing experience. And the Philadelphia Phillies went to a guy who's, I don't want to be disrespectful. They went to a guy who, why are you staring at me that way, Sean?
Who won Manager of the Year?
Yeah. Yeah, but they also prepared for it. I mean, he was brought here late in the offseason. They prepared for it, the Phillies did.
Yes.
I guess the Red Sox just, you're a placeholder. We like you.
Well, they're both placeholders because they're both interim managers.
Oh, I know that. But, I mean, Donnie Baseball was put there kind of as the contingency, right?
So, though they did reach out to Alex Cora.
Yeah, they tried to get Alex Cora.
Right.
And Alex Cora said, I'm spending more time with my family. I wonder if the Mets have reached out to Alex Cora. Or do they not need to?
How could you do that while you still have your manager?
Oh, come on. Don't be naive, Tiki. You know the way owners in sports
Well, the Phillies definitely reached out to Cora before firing Thompson.
Exactly. They did. When did they reach out to Alex Cora?
They fired him today and announced right away it was Mattingly. If they reached out to Cora, they definitely reached out while Thompson was still the job.
Yeah, but they could have reached out yesterday.
Exactly,
And
while Rob Thompson had a job.
Hmm.
We're just answering your point.
Right.
You could reach out while someone has a job.
Slimy business.
Slimy.
Because you know why it's different in football and basketball? I feel like nobody answers the calls until the job is open kind of deal, right?
I don't think so.
No?
I think in baseball it's different.
Yeah, baseball it's different.
Yeah.
Oh, I think there's slime everywhere. You don't think those conversations are occurring? I mean, there's tampering all the time.
Do I think that John Harbaugh was heading towards the New York Giants way before he was fired by the Baltimore Ravens? Absolutely.
So then
so
you're
there is
agreeing
slime.
with this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think
it's not slime. It's just you just saw the writing on the wall in Baltimore. Right? The fan had gotten tired. And when you listen to Steve Bisciotti talk about it, it was kind of like...
Okay, but it's not slime. You want to know why? You're right, it's not slime, but I'll tell you why it's different. The Giants didn't have a head coach. And John Harbaugh has every right to say...
Well, that's why you fire a guy in the middle of a season.
Absolutely.
Good point.
No, that's why, like, to your point about that being slimy, and that isn't slimy because the Giants weren't, hey, you know what? You have a job, let me go ask about you.
It was,
the Mets,
let's see if this works out with Dave's. You halfway through, particularly after Denver, you knew that it wasn't. Let's clear this. And then, not that we're having conversations with John Harbaugh trying to steal him, but at least the John Harbaughs of the world know that this is a potential.
And in John's case, John was probably reaching out just in case I got fired, which he did. If Steve Bisciotti decides not to fire John Harbaugh, he's not becoming the head coach of the Giants.
Yeah.
So I think the Harbaugh-Giant thing is very different.
Yeah, I think that would have taken them going to the Super Bowl.
Right. But that's the point is John didn't do anything slimy and the Giants didn't do anything slimy. The Phillies, clearly based on the timeline,
you're right,
reached out to Alex Cora while Rob Thompson was still the manager.
It's also much easier to hire a baseball manager, because in baseball you can fire a dude today, you can hire someone else today.
Yeah.
In football, you fire someone today, you got a process.
Yeah, look at how complicated the Harbaugh process
was. It is the Rooney Rule. It is what your staff is going to look like. It's what the front office maybe change is going to look like. It's extensive in the NFL.
So are the Mets back-channeling conversations with Alex Cora right now, Tiki?
Probably, but it's an off-season conversation.
Yeah, and that's what it'll turn out to be. Either way, the Mets are going to try to win tonight. The Yankees are going to try to continue their winning ways. And the New York Knicks play a big-time Game 5 at Madison Square Garden. We will be all over it tomorrow at 10 a.m. If you've missed any of today's show, you can rewind it on the free Odyssey app. The Carton Show with Big Mac is coming up next. We will talk to you tomorrow at 10 a.m.
This is an